My bad, y'all. We're gonna be live for like an hour or two, man. Let's get it, man. Let's get into it, bruh. I'm trying to put this. All right. This is insanely important because a lot of guys are not gonna be able to really do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys don't go out on enough dates, and I don't even need to know them to know that they're not doing it. I don't even need to know them personally to know that they're not doing it. I created something new called G0 method. G0. Because I created something called Geo Game, and I didn't want to say Go method because then it's like, I mean, I could have called it Geo method because like the method is something that is already a method that other dating coaches are using. What's good? What's good? You don't know how to handle the first date. Listen, man, this is just the beginning of this. We're gonna talk about this a lot. It's gonna be very, very funny and interesting, all in the same boat. Because what's good, Mike? How you feeling? Where you from? Listen, y'all make sure I hit that sub button right off the rip. 17 people in here. What's good? What's good? What's good, Malik? How y'all dating life going, man? I'm a lifestyle and dating coach. Y'all see the title, y'all see the thumbnail, man. We ain't gonna waste too much time. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be live for like an hour. What's good, hockey? What's good, custard? This is gonna be a nice and easy transition. Because listen, man, what's good was good. Make sure y'all sub up, man. One of the most important things when it comes to dating is being comfortable in your skin. And I promise y'all, like, I'm so happy I became a lifestyle coach, bro, because like nobody can't give me calmness. But like one of the most seductive things you can do when you talk to women is be like calm and be yourself. Risk, what you mean confidence? Ask her if she want a couple of hot dogs from 7-Eleven. If she say yes, she's a keeper. Nah, facts. Shout out to Shaw. I ain't gonna lie, that's definitely a vibe. You know, I got phobia of doing stuff like that though because I've been broke for so long that, and I'm still not. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I've been like ultra broke for so long that like those type of things didn't even really make sense for me personally, like in my life. That's why I said I thank God I became a lifestyle coach. You see what I'm saying? I thank God I did that because think about it, bro. Like most coaches will say, man, it ain't about the car you got, it ain't about the money you got, it ain't about this, it ain't about that, and they're absolutely right. Like you said, comfortable and relaxed. Yeah. So overconfidence, because right, that word is like overused in this space, right? More so self-esteem. And the way I look at self-esteem is a beautiful word because I don't need to be confident. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I think of confident, I think of like doing something that I wouldn't usually do. Does that make sense? That's why people telling you got to be confident. It's like a performance. But I don't want to be confident. I want to be what Mystery says, competent, which means I know how to screw the light bulb on, and that's it. You know, a man just know how to be a man. It's not confident. It's just that other guys are not. They're below average. So then once that started to become, because like right, like when uh in like the early 1900s, guys were men all the time. So there was no such thing as confidence. Even though obviously there was, but I'm just saying there was really no such thing because it was like what people were calling confidence was the fact that you were good at or efficient at what you were doing. Like technically right now I'm being confident at YouTube to a degree, but I'm not really performing. I'm not really putting on something that I'm not because everything I talk about is coming from my real life, and I took pride in that. And I don't want to do anything on earth that don't feel natural. So when women say they want a guy that's like good with women or like a man that's experienced, they're like, hopefully he talks to me like he did this before. Not only because it's weird, because that's not what I'm looking at with a lot of things. A lot of guys are trapped in that loop of like worrying about if they are coming across as weird. But I think it's weird that you are considering that you're weird in the first place. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm dead ass serious because like I even fell into that. Like that's like a pitfall that guys fall into, and then they get stuck in that. It's like a rut where they're always questioning, like, "Damn, how is she seeing me? How am I being seen right now?" And it's like I said, becoming a lifestyle coach, it kind of like dismantled that for me because it's like, right, you never get rid of a cold or a sickness. You just like when you take the medicine, it just dissolves it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it, it never goes away. It dissolves. It gets weaker. You're gonna always think to yourself, like, damn, how do I look? How do I feel? Because we're sentient beings. We're supposed to ask ourselves those questions. But within asking yourself those questions, if you really know yourself, then you shouldn't feel weird. And this is where the term comfortable in your skin come from. Hold on, let me read what y'all talking about. Yeah, hit that like button for me, man. Uh, my front lawn is full of extremely invest crabgrass. Yo, tell it. Any advice on how to permanently eliminate it? Malik said, but one thing is you have to have drip. What you mean by you have to have drip? Like this hat right here, I got this off TikTok. Bro, this is drip enough. This was $10. I got this hat last year. I don't wear it a lot, so y'all probably think it's new, but I got this hat like the end of last year, like what, September? I think like during Halloween. Yeah, I think like during Halloween, bro. And then this is black T-shirt. This is Calvin Klein. You feel what I'm saying? Um, and I got some Crocs on. You don't need to have like yeah. Technically, like this is how I look at clothes, bro. I look at clothes like again. I look at it in a selfish manner. I like to go to the thrift store. I don't mind getting underwear from Walmart as long as you are showered and you're out the door to the date, then you're good. See what I'm saying? You could be wearing something that you had in your closet since you was a kid. You see what I'm saying? Because the type of game I'm about to give y'all can't give a fuck for too long. Like after if y'all keep watching my shit, it's like a snake shedding its skin. It's just gonna fall off, bro. Like you can't care. Cause you're gonna be talking to too many women, you like, I just don't care. It's not even like you gotta try to not care. Like, and that's the problem. I'm a natural type of guy. So I don't like based on my diet, yeah, I know, like bro, I love nature. I always talk about trees, woods, air, oxygen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what a woman thinks, bro. Like, and I don't care if people think I care what a woman thinks, because I know that they care what women think. So they're not even a trustworthy source to tell that I care what women think. I don't care. I care what I think. And that's the game right there. Because in reality, the woman is going to revolve around you, bro. She's going to revolve around you. Now, yeah, if you smell like shit, maybe not, right? When I first started my YouTube channel, y'all don't see how I was dressing. My facial hair wasn't lined up right. I ain't have I ain't have clippers. I got clippers, so I had clippers when I was younger too, but I got clippers. So every week or two, when I start to feel even, I just gotta look in the mirror one time. Like, I'm getting there now, but I just gotta look in the mirror one time, and I just know when to just zap it together. You know what I'm saying? Zap it, together. And it's like, cause I do it because I don't want to do it. Like, I do it because I'm like, all right, well, let me do this right now. I got a little bit of time. I do it in passing. Like, oh, I just went to the bathroom and happened to look in the mirror, and I just keep on top of that, because it's not that hard to keep on top of that. Some things are hard to keep on top of, and some things are like, bro, that's you should want to kind of do that, and I can understand that, right? When it comes to lining up your beard and your mustache, that's kind of fun for me. So that's one of my advantages when it comes to the GLW wardrobe. Your clothes are okay. Yeah, man. I got other shit. I got other shit. I'm not telling y'all. I'm not telling y'all that drip don't matter. I'm not saying drip don't matter. I got shit, like, feel me, in my closet, whatever the case may be. And also, I'm not done. That's why I came up with the GL Dub wardrobe. It's a whole thing I came up with last year, because I understand the importance of Jordans. I understand the importance of it all. My neighborhood, all we used to do was trade shoes and trade Jordans, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand all of that. Um and that, but more than anything, it's just a fresh haircut that's gonna do it. I don't, it don't matter what you got on. It's just a keeping it's drinking 2 smoothies a day, hitting the gym if that's what you into. It's everything. Everything is a flex. Breathing exercises, learning how your conversation is a part of your wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? Everything is everything, bro. Like, it ain't no such thing as like, oh, that don't really matter, because it don't, if she like you, but you got to get her to like you for it to not matter. So it's kind of like an oxymoron. That's why game to me is so, like, valuable, because you really don't know what it is that push a woman over that hump to make her be like, you never know what it is to really make her addicted to you. So it's no point in even trying to figure that out. Instead of doing that, because that could lead to insecurity too. Like, damn, why does she like me? But then you gotta ask yourself, what type of question is that? See what I'm saying? So it's a booby trap. Why do you like me? I used to ask women that sometimes when I was younger. But, like, I never realized how soft that question was until now. Like, because it just doesn't matter. It's not that it's a bad question or it makes you soft, but it's just like, it's womanly. Like, why are you feeding into stuff? If you a player, the whole concept of being a player is being confident and knowing, like, that's confident. If I had to name what confidence is, it's like, but it could be interchanged with self-esteem. Those kind of, like, I don't know which one it is, but it's like it shows up as both. Like, but I would say more so self-esteem. But if you're taking care, like, this is why I'm not against the looks maxing community. Like, that guy, that white boy Clavicular, I've been watching some of his videos, and I'm like, I'm not for it, but I'm not against it, because the average guy is not even taking care of himself. So technically, he's like, when I look at his lifestyle and I look at other people's lifestyle, those other people would probably swap lives. I'm not talking about they don't want to be him, but, like, financially, being able to be an entrepreneur and also being able to, like, have money coming in, And also, like, I watched one of his streams and girls just run up to him sometimes because they be like, "Oh, I see your videos." He's into something that a lot of women are into. So like, there's female looks maxers, basically. I'm trying to say. So when I watched the stream of him and Neon, I'm like, okay, I see his lane. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it might be kind of weird as far as like metrosexual vibe, but you know, if you're confident in yourself, once again, it go back to self-esteem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's not a boxer. Everybody's not a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't mean you can't fight. But my whole point for that is like, every man must seek their own path. Like, your 10 toes really do matter in all of this shit. Like, they point in the right direction. You have to get on your 10 toes and you have to actually step. Because there's so much noise. Like, clavicular seems like a cool guy to me. I didn't know who he was until some people, you know, he got his little lane, whatever. But I see the positive in everybody, bro. Andrew Tate, you know, I don't really see negativity. But I do see that if you don't love yourself, you're gonna lose no matter what you do. I mean, it doesn't matter what you do. And then other men will talk you out of being yourself. Like, it'll be things that you naturally love doing. It may not even be gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that lane is not really that, right? But guys will say that just to stop that whole trend from happening. But again, it's another thing. Like, someone could say cutting hair is gay. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you basically are looks maxing another man right there, if you think about it. But there's so many masculine men that do it it won't cross your mind. You see what I'm saying? But it's the same thing. It's just the same thing. What clavicular does is he literally gives people a makeover. Now, when you put that paint on your face, I'm not with that part, but I do think that, like, I'm not with the whole none of it, but I'm with the, like, hey, bro, throw this outfit on her, throw that outfit on. Like, that's cool. Like, that shit that we already was doing in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, wear those shoes with that shirt. That shit go together. You know what I'm saying? That's still manly. But I'm not sure how I feel about putting makeup on your face, but movie actors do it all the time. So, like you said, man, drip is a universal word. Like, it depends who's looking at it and how they feel. Like, I follow one looks maxer on my Instagram, and I like the way he do his shit, bro. Like, I like the way he put his shit together, and he always work on his hairline. He put a little bit of like shit on his face and make his eyes look a little more hunter like, and he always throw on an outfit on top of that, and it makes him feel good about himself. And earlier I was watching that, and I was like, I could see why a chick really gonna go for this type of guy though, because they like men who are not like think they're prettier than the woman, but they do like that, considering pimps always felt that way. But they like a man that's into himself. It's something refreshing to a woman about that, because it's like 80% to 90% of the guys just aren't. Period. They're just not. They don't have that it factor, in that they don't feel like they're sexy. And again, man, that path may not be for every man. You know what I'm saying? But that path is something, because again, talking about today's topic, if you're gonna go out on a date, you're not gonna throw on a champion hoodie and champion sweats, unless you've been getting bitches for, you know, enough to where you just do some shit like that, or say you going out on a date with a chick that's already on your roster, like something like that, you know, or it's a rainy day but you stop it, you know what I'm saying? That's different. But your first date with a chick, you're not going to throw that on unless you trapping, you selling weed or something. But that's my whole point, brother. So I hope I said enough with all that. Welcome to the chat, everybody. How y'all doing? And to replace the word drip, I don't use the word drip. I just say keep keep yourself together, bro. I call it a looks baseline. That's why I said whenever I'm passing my looks baseline, I just grab my clippers first. And then I shave under my neck. Then I go around my whole shit, whatever the case. Get the mustache, get the hairline, if that's the case. I know I wear a lot of hats and shit, so it really don't matter. But just keeping up with your looks just a little bit. It's gonna always be haters though. They'll be like, oh well, a lot of people they're gonna hate, but that's good because they hate what the woman gonna like. So it's kind of like take the good with the bad. Females can tell if a man is. Hold on. Females could tell if a man is being real or faking the funk. Nah, they really can't though. Like that's a myth. That's a myth. Why do you think women get so mad when they like when a guy is like pulling the wool over their eyes because they can't tell? See what I'm saying? You know what they could tell? That you ain't got no game. That's all they could tell. And that's how they know you fake because you ain't got no game. Because game is power, if we just being honest. I mean, women can tell, yes. Anyone could tell somebody's out of alignment. See, and I'm not trying to say anything y'all say is wrong. I'm just trying to give y'all a different way of looking at it because when y'all say things that are cliche that everyone else says, I gotta differentiate it because it's a beaten path. Like you say, like women could tell this, women could tell that. I don't think women could tell that. Now, are they trained to see fake shit? Yes. And we're saying the same thing at that point. Yes. They definitely are. Here's the issue. You're not trained to see her fake shit. That's why I said what I said. Hold on. Because anything could be fake or real. That's why the pickup artist community came up with the word frame control, because anything could be fake or real. That's what this whole thing is all about. That's what game technically is like who's controlling the narrative, who's the one. Like the other day I talked about frame control with Kevin Gates, right? One thing I think about frame control is when you go into a social circle, who's talking but no one interrupts when they're talking. If someone can interrupt you when you're talking, you're not the leader. If you're not the leader, you're not that sexy, because the leader is hella sexy all the time. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not telling guys to be like controlling, but I'm saying watch out for deception, because here's the thing, bro. Like, women are deceptive. It's not that they could tell anything. They're just deceptive, and guys get mad because they can't deceive a deceptive person. And it bothers them that much. But like, you're not a mind reader, so you don't know what women could do and can't do. See what I'm saying? Like in therapy, they teach. I'm not in therapy, but I follow a channel. And they teach like self-differentiation. And that's why I love that shit, because it's a breath of fresh air to not, like, again, it goes into the word insecurity. Like, it's a breath of fresh air to not wonder what the person across from you is thinking. Because if you're wondering what she's thinking, then technically you are deceptive. You see what I'm saying? My whole game that I'm trying to like build is free from like wondering what she thinks about you. Because then nobody can say you're not being yourself if you're not worrying about what she thinks. Like, that's what makes you not be yourself. You see what I'm saying? And if you're thinking about that, you're distracted with a couple things that's detrimental. You're distracted with the fact that, hey, I got to perform or she'll leave me. You're distracted with the fact of, hey, I can't be myself, because you're distracted because you're trying to figure out what's going on in her head. So you're not even focused on like the present moment. So the present moment is the like, if you're not living, this is my opinion, if you're not living in the present moment, you're fake anyway. Like, even if you're real and you're not living in the present moment, you're fake. You see what I'm saying? Because presence is real, right? Anything, because you're not premeditating anything if you're in the present moment. If you're present, you're just being, and she will leave you if she, again, like you said, if she felt like you were not real, she would leave. Now, a lot of guys say, nah, man, she'll stick around and use you. Well, where's your vetting process anyway, if that was the case? But I'm saying generally, where's your vetting process? Right? Because let's not make it fake and real. Because fake and real is too cliche. People love that faking. Let's be real and everything real and this is the real way. This is the real path. And women can tell what's real and fake. It's like women. Guap was good, buddy. Why you put the 6? I don't like the 6-7 symbol, bro. No offense to anybody, but I don't. I appreciate the gift though, bro. They got the 6-7 symbol in this mode. But shout out to Guap though. But yeah, man. What I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, is this, bro. Nobody can't really guide you in this lifetime. This is what I talk about 10 toes. Right? You follow someone else, you follow them, and they lead you off of a fucking cliff. They're not even going off of the cliff, but they lead you straight to the cliff. And there's nowhere else to go but a cliff. You looking at them, they looking at you, they're like, nigga, jump. I already led you to the cliff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like a woman is not a leader. So that's fake. That's what is fake. How can a man be fake? Can somebody please tell me how a man born with nuts could be fake? That idea in itself is fake. The following of that doctrine is fake because you are a man. So if you know you're a man, if two men look at each other and say, oh, I know I'm a man, or I know I'm a man, they come from two different sides of the world. And this guy's like, well, I think you're a man too. And then this guy's like, I don't think you're a man. Does that make you not a man? Like, what else are you? A girl? Where are you going to run to in that situation? Who are you? So I don't understand that woo jargon shit. I don't understand that. Because when it all boils down to, right, do you think you a man? That's what it really is. Do you think you a man or do you think you're a girl? Not can someone trick you into believing you're a girl or some shit like that. Do you think you're a girl? Because yes, if a woman finds out that you think you're a girl, because that's all they care about. If they find out that you believe that you're a girl, you're cooked. Now, if she find out you really want to be one, she'll just leave and don't care. But that's called misalignment because in your soul, you really want to be a girl. You understand? Now, if you are a man, your intention should be to stay one and be one and lead a woman, right? As a man. Not saying you should set out like, oh, I'm going to lead her, a stranger or some shit like that. But like, she should, like you said, she should be able to smell that aroma coming off of you of manhood. Now, if she don't see it, fuck her. And that's my point. Because what type of man is going to allow a woman to question if he's a man? Can I question if she's a girl? If I do, she's going to be like, you're crazy because her frame control, because she's not allowing me to change her self-identity. So that's what it is. Guys are easily trickable. That's what it really boils down to. Nothing else. Naive, young, desperate for pussy. Yeah, all of those things. That's what it typically is. But you know who you are, bruh, and you know what you want. And so as a man, you gotta always protect your mental sacred territory. Can't let no woman tell you no lies, no deceptions. Because your energy, you know what I'm saying? Your mind and your energy and all of that's all connected. Let someone question you. Even a woman rejecting you is disrespectful, in my opinion, to be honest. A lot of coaches say, because like I believe in like two things could be right at the same time. So I believe like a woman could reject you and it is disrespectful, but at the same time, it's not disrespectful. So two things can be true at the same time. So it can be disrespectful. It's a form of disrespect because she's basically saying no, and that's okay because like due to rules and regulations, that is that's civilization. But in real nature, that would never happen. Not saying somebody would take something from somebody, but I'm just saying it would never happen. It hasn't never happened in history till now. That's what I'm trying to say. For everybody who's going to be like, oh, what is he saying? It has never happened in history, and it's still really technically not happening. The most powerful men always eats, period. So whether, people could say, well, oh, she's attracted to that guy, but she's attracted to him because of his force, period. Whether it's indirect or it's force. But I'm not here to go into that deep pocket of information. I'm just trying to say, like, when you go to the gym and build your muscles and shit, there's a reason why her brain goes, oh, I might as well get with him. He looks like a leader. And they call it survival replication. That's what certain pickup artists call it. But, I got to look deeper into that. But I know for me, like, a woman just want a guy that could punch another guy if he has to, period. And not to show off to her. Again, nothing that I try to teach is to show off. Yes, a man should, like Andrew Tate said, a man should be capable of flexing. Because then that's like, well, can't she flex with her fat ass and all those things that men would be like drooling over and attracted to? What can you flex? Oh, I can't flex nothing. I live with my mom. I'm insecure. I jerk off. I do this. I do that. I do everything everyone else does. So no, you can't flex. Flexing is a privilege. Beating the system is a privilege. Killing your insecurities is a privilege. Jerking off is a byproduct of not having game. So it's a privilege to not jerk off. Not some mental, like, not some like bend the fork with your mind type of ordeal. Like, I got to be so disciplined, I'm gonna bend this fork with my mind type of thing. It's like, yes, discipline matters, but most men suffer with discipline issues not because they don't have any, but because they're disciplined in certain things and not disciplined in certain other things. But they don't. It's just like, you got to know how to take this discipline and mix it around on other places by incorporating it and making it make sense for you. And yeah, working on your weaknesses or finding new mental neural pathways that enlighten you on how to be disciplined. Like, you only should fail like 15 times before you realize, like, okay, maybe I'm not thinking about this the right way. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm basically trying to say. Because your emotional intelligence is what I'm talking about, chat. A woman can't tell a man shit. And that's what they like. So if you approach her, you don't give or get anything. You take her out on a date and she says, wow, this guy's impressive and shit like that. And you're like, duh, I'm supposed to be, I'm a man, you know? And you're a woman and you're unimpressive. And she's like, oh, you're a dick. You're like, no, I'm not a dick. I just have one. I heard you take those. I'm just saying. I'm just saying shit right now, chat. But what I'm saying is like, I would never say that to a woman, but I'm just saying that's the attitude. That's the attitude. The embodiment. You know, you think she likes you for you? Hell no. She like something about you. Like, does Mariah the Scientist really like Young Thug? Or is it the fact that he's Young Thug? He came from nothing and built himself to a certain degree. I think us as men, we fall in love with the idea of a woman loving us while we're at our most like vulnerable state, struggling state, which is okay, but it's like I look at that 50-50, like 50-50. Because we don't really look at them in their most vulnerable state and be like, I would never cheat on her again while she's sitting here with a flat ass and all of this shit. We're like, nah, I want her in my corner, but I'm going to cheat forever. So why can't she cheat? Well, she can cheat. And they do cheat. And they've been cheating. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Tell It says, what do you think about doing a video call with a woman before a date to see if she follows your lead when you tell her to do shit on the video call? Doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to go that way. It can. I know other dating coaches say to do things like that, but I think a lot of other dating coaches, they got their own way. Like, and this is what this video is kind of like it's like the more I like do my own thing instead of listening to other dating coaches, like the more it's like, okay, I'll just want to be my own man and see if like, cause like when you don't got no game at all, you gotta like grab onto someone else's life raft and kind of like not drown. And once you do that, it's not that you're saying like, oh, F them or they don't know what they're talking about, because I'm not that type of guy. But it's more so like everything they saying is right. This is what I've seen in my own life. Everything everybody is saying has some truth in it. Especially the guys that like y'all probably watch the most of. Here's the thing. Everything is in context. So like I'm like a scientist or experiment. I'm like an experimenting type of person when I like with this shit. So like you don't have to do it that way that you're saying tell it. You don't have to. But again, it's like as men, we love to like find one thing that works all the time. And it's not that I'm against that. I just don't believe in killing the part of you that is like creative, if that makes sense. Because there's something childlike inside of you that should always be trying new stuff. So like to answer your question, that's one path of many paths. But like for me, like I don't got an iPhone. I got like Androids and stuff like that. So like you could FaceTime on Snapchat, you could FaceTime on Facebook dating. I mean Facebook Messenger. My bad. You could FaceTime on a lot of different apps, Instagram. So to answer your question, for me, like I enjoy being staying in the text area of the phone, like for now, like or like calling or texting. I know other coaches say they don't like to call because it's just like a waste. I don't really like to call and text either. I don't like to do anything but just go out or have her come over. Like if I couldn't establish, which I'm going to try to like catch on camera this year a couple times, like instant dates with women, I'm going to do it. Um, because again, as a man, the answer is the fact that what do you want to do? I mean, she's basically a sitting duck due to biology. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying women aren't capable of like strength and like other things like in terms of like the shit they do behind closed doors and shit like that. But in terms of you wanting to smash her, like she typically is going to give you a chance to see if you know how to talk to her and what to say and what not to say. And I think that can happen on any platform or any through text or through call or through a lot of guys are now saying like, oh man, I want her to hear my voice and this and that, or send. I just watched a guy earlier say, send her voice messages and stuff like that. And I've done that, and it did make the woman feel like, because the woman told me like, oh, you have a sexy voice, da 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 da. So that was like, good, whatever case may be. But and I don't did it before that, but I'm just saying like, as a man, bro, I'm just not in a rush to just like, because I already been through all of that. Like I've already like heard what other coaches told and then listened to them and then did what they said. And it worked to a degree. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like 90% of their stuff worked to a degree. I'm not saying it don't work 100%, but you gotta like copy that person and know all of their stuff, or it's not going to really do what you're trying to do. For me, like I said, man, like I'm at a point where I just rather just call and text like we was doing in 2005, like, you know what I'm saying, calling or text. All that other stuff is kind of like it's not gonna make a difference because niggas had game niggas had game back then before you could voice message and do that. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about that. It's about just getting her out on a date or getting her to pull up to your crib, whichever, pick your own whatever road you want. But I believe, it's really whatever road how is the conversation going? When you first meet her, you talk to her, y'all start texting, how's the conversation? That's what's gonna tell me what we're about to do. And then, of course, yes, if the conversation just keep going and nothing ever escalates, which is rare, because that's only gonna happen if your conversation is so boring. And don't think, fellas, that just because you're talking about sex or you're trying to lead it to some form of seduction or sweet talk, that you're not boring. I think that's another misconception. I think I'm gonna make a live tomorrow about misconceptions of game, and I'm gonna just go through a whole list because a lot of guys tell it they don't know, and it's a lot of coaches that got good game, yes, but they still aren't. It's not enough. They're not giving you they can't give you your own like doctrine of game. They could give you their doctrine of game. And the fucked up part about that is I compare that to I compare that to something early. Oh yeah, it's like going to the gym and somebody telling you what to eat. Like I just said this like 20 minutes ago to myself. I was on the toilet saying this. Like it's like somebody giving you. It's like you're about to go to the gym, right? And you have your body and you have your deficiencies and issues. I don't know if you have a bad lung or a bad organ in your body, right? And I'm supposed to be some YouTuber telling you like some game about like the gym, and I'm like, yo, you got to eat protein, bro. Eat steaks every day, bro. Eat steaks and eat chicken every day, bro. And this is a real thing that's actually going on. But like I'm saying, do that, right? And it's the same thing with talking to women. I found like it's not really, it's not only not healthy, but it's just not the way, bro. Like you'll really go far just by being yourself. But see, the key with being yourself is like my question to everyone out there: how do you know whether you're being yourself or not? Because I know when I'm being myself and not. Like, but I had to figure that out. But like, because like my sense of self and identity when it came to game was so low because women always liked me for my looks. So I really had no sense of like I wasn't the type of guy to get on the phone or get on the FaceTime or do any of that because like it wasn't something I refined. It was never nothing that I needed to do in order, like I said, for a chick to come over. And this is what dating coaches are talking about. If a chick really like you, you don't got to do any of it, any of like the shit that's like not normal, like that people haven't been doing since the 1995. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just getting on the phone or texting her. You don't even got to get on the phone. You could just send her a selfie of yourself. Like this is, if she don't know what you look like. Like if you meet her on like an app, send her a selfie, tell her send you a selfie. Like send me a selfie. I want to see what you look like. I'm gonna send you one back. This just to establish, like, okay, I'm a good looking guy. She sees that. I see her. You look sexy, and continue the conversation. I think one of the biggest issues I found in my life was like trying to like speed a woman to my front door. In the idea of not wasting your time with a woman, which is like great advice, but it's like, again, everything is in context. You ever make the same meal the next day and it tastes different because the portions that you poured into the meal was different? It's the same smoothie or the same whatever, but it just ain't the same. But it's, you might have the same outcome from those ingredients, but that as far as the flavor, you're like, damn, it tastes better yesterday. I wish I could make it just like that again today. And then you make it a couple more times and you finally get it once or twice, but it's like periodic. That's what's gonna happen if you try too hard. Like if you do things that you hear other people tell you to do, but they don't really make sense yet. And that's why I say, like, it's like everything is like time oriented. Cause this stuff that I'm hearing on YouTube now that I heard like years ago, that now that I came up with my own structure on conversation, it just fits right in there. Like it never fit in until now, 2026. Like it didn't fit in 2024. I could listen to a video and not really pick it apart the right way because that person was advanced and I wasn't, period. And we forget that when we're trying to learn game. We're like, we think we should just be able to just take somebody's stuff and just go out there and do it. Like, but we're missing so many pieces to the puzzle that we're like, oh, I could just wing it. And yeah, of course you can just wing it, but you're going to get rejected like 90 going north because women are not even reacting to the fucking thing you're doing. They're reacting to your energy, but your energy is connected to your ability to trust yourself and where you're headed to. But if it's not truly who you are and you're copying someone else's stuff, that's felt because it's not consciously felt. It's unconsciously understood. That's the problem. It's not felt, it's understood. Like since the dawn of time, people already knew people. Like bro said earlier, some people are fake and some people are real. And it doesn't even mean that that person is a fake person. It just means they're up to something. And people could tell when someone's up to something. That's what it is. It's like they could tell when you're up to something. Similarly to how, because you ask yourself, how could they tell that I'm up to something? Well, I'll say this, similarly to how they can't tell Similarly, how they can tell that you're not up to anything. You know, when you're just around somebody and you're like, yo, I fuck with this person. I don't know why. I just trust this person. Like, I fuck with you. I feel like I knew you forever, bro. Like, and you're like, damn, I don't know why. But it's because this person has kind of mastered like conversation skills or some shit in the dark. And he's doing it without trying to do it. And what I'm trying to say is I can't like copy like somebody else's stuff like unless I copy it like 100% through and through it, then like eventually it's like, okay, well, I copied that shit so much that it's natural now. But what I'm trying to say is like, if you're FaceTiming women before the date, how often have you been doing that? Because if you've been doing it, it should feel natural now. You see what I'm saying? Like if you've really been doing it, like my approaching, I've been approaching since I was 24 now, and it feels natural now. It feels like it feels extremely natural. But what I'm trying to say is what I'm saying right there. Like, no matter how natural it feels, because it's not just like some like I haven't experimented. Like it's harder to like take something someone else gives you and then like build something off of that. If that I don't know if I'm explaining that right, bro. Um, your clothes are okay. You said presentation. Like what I'm trying to say is it's easier to plant a seed and watch it blossom when it's genuinely connected to you than if someone give you a seed of game and then you plant it and then you try to like it's inorganic because they're not you. Like, so it's like, okay, that's not you. Okay. What I had to realize was like a person could give you all the game in the world, but if they're not your dad, it's not going to hit it's not going to hit at that same. It's like human beings. If we look at it through science, right? Human beings in my third eye, they're like, in my imagination, they're like keys to a piano. Every piano key plays a different tone. And you as a man, you are the tone. So when you're around a woman, you're naturally setting a tone. Like there's a natural part of you that is so natural that your brain can't conceive of it. Does that make sense? Like you're the sperm cell that you are. Your brain has no game to that because it can't even conceive game. That's why a woman can't figure a real man out. They can't. It's impossible because they're too busy trying to get on the same key as you, but it's impossible because it's like this motherfucker is a real man. And what a real man, it means to be a real man is just to be honest with yourself. That doesn't mean to expose all your deepest, darkest secrets, but it does mean to just be yourself. And you know you better than anybody else. So if you really want to FaceTime her, it should come from the right place. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because when I'm ready to FaceTime a woman, I'm just going to do it. See what I'm saying? But like, that's like trying to teach somebody how to take initiative. And I think that that's the part of like being a YouTube coach and a dating coach. That's like, it's not impossible, but that concept in itself is like, it almost comes across as some men got it, some men don't, which will give you the, I guess, the illusion that can't be taught. But let's put it like this. A guy can give you a seed of game and you can plant that and learn from that guy. But when you go in your own direction, that is like, you have to replant again anyway, if that makes sense. So it'll take more time. So they say if it take 5 years for you to learn some concept that somebody's teaching you, you got to thank him because he didn't have to do that. But then it's like, once you get where you're going, it's like, you got to replant because it's like, now it's like, bro, you're not him. So it's like, okay, that's basically what I'm trying to say. So it's like I said, because even with the looks maxing thing, like, I don't think that's a bad concept because some guys look better than other guys to women. So if that's the case, just like us, some women look better than, like, if you look at like models and our R&B singers, like I said, Maya the singer, I would eat her ass. And I don't even eat punani like that. But she's so good looking that she could get me to do that without even asking though. Like if she's just on some like laid back chilling and we vibing, like she wouldn't even have to ask because that's her swag, her image or her organic, that's her original key. Like she's in key just by being a pretty light-skinned chick, just vibing. Like now, say she started acting loud and acting obnoxious. She might could get me to eat the punani, but I'm not eating her ass because you a stallion. I don't like stallion women. Now so you turning me off. But she's still bad. But that I'm trying to show you, if she's a E major key, then by even moving over to a little bit to another key is a total, it'll turn something off enough. But see, the problem is women are 10 times more pickier than us. So it'll turn us off and we'll still smash, but we'll get annoyed after a while, start treating her like she anybody. But then with them, I mean, it's kind of equal. They'll smash if they think you hot, but you're annoying or you're off key. So it kind of is balanced. You know what I'm saying? So again, bro, when it comes to that, bro, I just don't do it that much. It's just not something I think is necessary, bro. Like, I mean, women could fall in love with you without you doing that thing that you're saying right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole thing is, if you want a FaceTimer, just FaceTime her. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at FaceTime and calling kind of the same. Like it's no difference besides the fact she's seeing your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I draw that analogy to like there's certain YouTubers that can like do this and talk, and I'm gonna still listen because they got too much game. So that's the same thing with women. Like if they like you enough, you could just call them on the phone and talk like this, and they're gonna still be like, "Oh my God, I'm talking the game like Will. I'm not going anywhere." You see what I'm saying? So the real question is, how much value are these women seeing when you step on the scene? See what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, every man has this value, and usually a lot of men are not stepping into their value in totality. And even me, like, when time goes forward and forward, I'm discovering and exploring more and more shit that's more valid, because that's what life was always here for us to do in the first place. You know, that's what life was always here for us to do in the first place. But it's so many distractions that you get lost. You're like, oh, well, let me just stop and focus on this, and let me focus on. You could be listening to another man game too much. And there's no such thing as too much. Like I said, two things could be right at the same time. Like, you could be listening and you're soaking up so much game that you're not, it's not a bad thing because it's going to be useful at some point. But it's like, I guess it's just a phase everybody got to go through, because it's like I said, I don't soaked up. Like, I'm like a sponge, bro. Like, I'm full of other people game right now. Like, and all in all, like I said, at the end of the day, you get the big reward of saying, let me be myself now on top of the game. Like, you wouldn't even be being yourself with somebody else's game, because you're just following. Like, it's like going to the army, right? You just following the sergeant's telling you what to do. You following. Are you being yourself? Nah, you just following. And even in that's solid, right? At least you showing that you're worthy of following, and you can do that. But like, where someone else would be too soft to even do it. But what you'll realize after you get your badge and all of that stuff is like, okay, like how am I gonna lead now instead of following? You know what I'm saying? And in that embodiment of that, for me, like I said, GLW, I don't really feel like I gotta FaceTime no bitch for real. Now, like I said, if I want to, she better pick up. That's what I feel about that. Like, I feel like she better pick up, because if she don't pick up, shout out to Kevin Gates. He was giving Neon some game yesterday. He like, if I call a chick once or text it, now he said, if I text a chick once, she don't text back, If I text a chick twice, she don't text back, I'm done. And I said, oh, that's just kind of how I think. But also that's how I feel about every other form of communication. You know, as a man, as a leader, she owes you that. If she's sexually attracted to you, she owes you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm saying like there shouldn't be no, you know what I'm saying? There's no excuse for that. Like, so you could FaceTime her if you want before the date, you know what I'm saying? But why would you do it? That's what I'm trying to ask. You said if she follows your lead. She followed your lead the second she gave you her number. She followed your lead the second she texted you back, like my boy Kevin Gates said. Like, and she followed your lead the second she was consistently texting you back and forth. If she's not following your lead after that point, it's because your game was not, you wasn't talking about nothing, or you wasn't really, she didn't feel like you had momentum. Like, it's not that you had to do more as in FaceTime her. Like, I see a lot of guys doing that. Someone else told me that like a couple months ago. It's like, it's not that you had to do more. See, I think that's a big misconception of game, right? Like I got to do something fancy or something like something that separate me from every other guy. And it's like, that's unnatural to me because I felt like all my life I wasn't like these other guys. You feel me? And I'm not even trying to be like this philosopher or say some deep shit. I genuinely felt that way, bro. Like, so it's like, at what point do I say, oh, I have a bitch, let me FaceTime the bitch to show her that I'm not like every other guy? You know what I'm saying? It never happens unless another man tells me that, hey, this is how you should do this to separate yourself from everybody. But you know what's crazy is like, why would I want to separate myself from everybody? Because she should be able to see that I'm separate from everybody. Not only that, if she's only choosing you because you're separate from everybody, then that takes away from the fact that she should be able to see you, or just like a woman should be able to see you in jail, dressed in the same orange as everybody else. You shouldn't have to make up for the difference, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like FaceTiming her is like saying like, let me impress her. Let me FaceTime her and let me show her I'm not like everybody else. See what I'm saying? It's kind of inorganic unless that's really your idea to do. So for me, as a laid back brother that I am, I just think that's just, you just being, there's a way to have game without being, you could be laid back and have more game than somebody who's being extroverted. I feel like if you're scared to FaceTime, you should do it just to not be scared no more. But I don't think that you should do it to show her you're different. Because how can't she, my whole thing is, how can't she see that I'm different? Like I don't met chicks that I didn't FaceTime. I just told them to pull up and they pulled up. So I'm saying, they just pulled up. Like, maybe not that same day, that maybe not even the next day, but like that week they pulled up. Like, I like a woman that has like faith in me. Like, she's not scared to do, like she's not scared to like to do that, to pull up. Again, it's like, my whole question for guys is this, and this is why I say all of this. Don't follow someone else's game to the point where you can't even vet properly, because how do you know she's really into you if you're doing a lot? You see what I'm saying? If you're doing a lot, it kind of shallows out it kind of destructs your ability to like, I can't even explain that shit. It's like it's a natural thing that like, I'm not trying to tell guys less is more or do less or whatever the case may be, because that's not even what I'm saying either. Because there's times where I'm doing shit, like I said, I'll double text or whatever. I might randomly do that. So there's times where I'm like, oh, I'm on her. I'm about to do a little more right now. But it's organic, because I'm in that moment, I'm genuinely I don't copy the other guy's game enough to know when I'm just being myself. So I know when I'm just doing something that they wouldn't even agree with. You know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't even agree with it. That's how I know I'm doing it out of my own intuition. And when you're doing, and this is the irony of the universe, when you're doing some shit out of your own intuition, it can't be timed, it can't be measured, it can't be disrespected, it can't be like, it can't really be like, no woman has no game for that. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't be manipulated because they could feel they're stopped in their tracks by the fact that nobody's moving like you for real, for real. Like when you do the FaceTime thing, there's other guys doing that. There's other guys doing the voice tone, the voice messaging thing. There's other guys doing that. And as the years go by, more guys with no game are going to be doing that. I say that to say that time will tell if you're being yourself or not. So so real game, in my opinion, comes from this like intuition almost. Like it comes from like the inner space, like of like, oh, like my boy Max B said, they doing this, I'm gonna do that. Y'all going this way, I'm going up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even going left, I'm going up. Like that was so much game because it's like it's intuition, bro. It's not like I'm trying to be different. And Young and May said something like that before too. She was like, the problem with a lot of guys is y'all trying to be different. You know what I'm saying? And that was true. Like now that I'm 30 years old and I'm looking at game from my own perspective fully, it's like even in doing something, if you do something that is genuinely like, if you do something like that, and she's like, oh, I'm taken aback by that. What are you going to do after that? That's going to be on that same frequency. That's going to keep her interested because she's interested in not you, but what you did. You see what I'm saying? So now when you take her out on a date or if you get her out or whatever the case, now she's going to feel like, okay, it's like being on a roller coaster and it goes up and you're like, wow, this is going really high. But then it's like, what are you going to do after that? Because if you get her on a date and your conversation is not platinum, because the person who gave you that, right? This is the problem with people giving people game. And I only see it now that I'm older, to be honest. Like their game is platinum. So they're giving you something that you can't really fuck with. It's like if I'm soft, but then someone give me a chain to wear to the hood. Someone's just gonna take the chain. That's what a woman gonna do. She gonna be like, oh, I'll take that you did. I'll take that one thing that you did. That's sexy. I wish more guys acted like that. But then it's gonna be chaos later because it's like it's not really like platinum, long-term platinum. And so I'm not saying you can't steal another man's like technique because you can. But the thing about it is like you got to incorporate it in something much deeper and grander, if that makes sense. So it got to be like woven into like more authentic shit. That's when it works. But I'm sure you already know a lot of this. Tell it because you seem like you really studied and well versed with this shit. See what I'm saying? So I don't know why I answer y'all questions and I just start going on a tangent and I don't even get to the content that I'm trying to make. Like that's something I always do. But yeah, man, I don't know how I feel about that FaceTime shit, bro. Like, I feel like you could do it or not. Like, it's so many women I don't smash without FaceTiming them, and it's not even funny. Like, damn near 100% of them. Damn near 100% of them. Like literally, like, I really only got on FaceTime, I think, with like the homies and like chicks that I was already like made it to like girlfriend level or some shit. And now that I'm like studying game more, like yeah, I'll do it more now. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like because my conversation is gonna be better. Like not even better because it's been on like what studying game does for me, it doesn't make me better or worse. It just makes me sink in on what's already the truth. Like you're like when you were in like ninth grade, you knew you still was talking to the woman, you still was saying something, and she was responding. But that should show you right there that it's not about like saying the most craziest thing. It's really just like, are you present? Like, and that's one thing I had to learn. Like, are you grounded? Are you present? Like, those things are more giving to the woman than like saying the right thing. And I couldn't understand that for a while. Cause like I tell you all the time, I'm very transparent with the coaches that I've been listening to. I say Steve the Dean, Lucario. Now I listen to a little bit of Taekwondo. I wasn't really big on him until like a couple years, 2 years ago or something. I listen to everybody. Todd V, dating. I listen to mystery, old shit, new shit. Listen to a bunch of pickup artists. I listen to Coach Kyle. I listen to all the new guys. It's like I'm a new guy, so I'm like, let me listen to everybody. I listen to everybody. It ain't like one person I don't like. If you saying claiming you got some game, I'm gonna give you an ear. Period. Until you say it's like, bro, it ain't really nobody who don't got no game. It just levels to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's levels. Cause like the more I get of it, I could look at somebody else shit and be like, oh, this is where he at with it. Like, cause it's like it's all the same thing, bro. Like to me, like it's the same, but it's different. The thing that make it different is you. Just like with basketball, it's the same thing. You either shooting a 3-pointer, a layup, a crossover, you know what I'm saying? But there's only one Allen Iverson. There's only one Vince Carter. There's only one GLW, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, bro, like there's only one Steve the Dean, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't try to be anybody else. And the only thing game kind of does is like it makes me reminisce on like my younger years too, because it's like, yo, you already had game. You know what I'm saying? Like, because game is kind of also like genetic in a way. It's more genetics too. Like only the greats know that genetics, how important genetics are. Like the people that came before us, like on some esoteric shit. Like that's game. Like there's no pickup line that could beat esoterics. Like because power is biological. So if it's biological, then you can't buy it with money. And if you can't buy it with money, then you gotta learn the lesson. And that's it. And I feel like all game is self-respect. That's it. So like that supersedes any man-made inventions. Like you don't gotta FaceTime a woman. That's man-made invention. It's a man-made invention. You don't even gotta text a woman. You're texting anything with a phone is following her lead. But because and that's why that's why it's so weird, bro, because it's like that's my philosophy of game. 1 in a million. A lot of other coaches might think that same thing or realize that same thing, but they just not gonna say it. But like, because they're like, well, that doesn't, you know, it may not be like their smartest move to say or whatever the case may be. But like, for me, it's just like, bro, organic. It's just like, bro, like, you really think a woman to see you on the first time and think that you're sexy and want to fuck you and then still go home and then want to text you a couple times before she actually goes out on a date with you? Nah, that's not real. That's like like organized sex. That's like trying to plan for a fight. Like you just go out and someone just pushes you with your shoulder in aisle 6. It's like, how can you go home and text that person that you're mad at them for the next 2 weeks until y'all go get in a boxing ring and fight? And yeah, the world changes, people get faker, but that don't mean we have to. Because again, the reason why women are doing that is because guys are doing that. Guys are like, oh, I'll just follow that shit. And like you said, like if they do something that everyone else is doing, then it's like they seen that before. And if they seen it before, then they can stop it. But if you ain't seen it before, you can't stop it. Like that's why indirect game is so powerful, because they really don't know. Like they've seen that before, but they haven't seen it. That's less seen, in my opinion. Like if you walk up to a woman and be like, oh, like you say something like about her shoes. Say she got some Jordans on and you say something about her shoes first. You're disarming her from like so far away that she's gonna grow feelings for you before you even, like by your opener being about her shoes. You're disarming her before she could even like think about, are you her type or not? And somebody say, oh, that's wrong, bro. That's like some people probably feel like that's wrong. But like, how is it wrong if it's genuinely your style of game? It's like going into a desert or an ocean and being like, yo, the stingray is wrong, bro. The stingray is not wrong. The stingray is the stingray. The shark is the shark. Because when the shark is eating, the shark is eating. When the alligator is eating, the alligator is eating. And I'm saying that to say like, bro, like, if you're complimenting her shoes and it's disingenuous, then yeah, that's fake. But if you see she has on Jordans and you wear Jordans too, and you think she's pretty, and you want to open up the conversation, you don't have to tell her you want to stuff dick in her. Like that's not like, there's no, that doesn't make you any godlier than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because you telling her that you want to smash. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's not going to agree with that. It's an unpopular opinion for sure. But like, also, you don't have to agree with it because it's the truth. Because why would I tell her I want to smash her when I don't know if she has an STD? You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's 900 different ways to look at one thing all the time. So if I don't know if she got any STDs, why should I sit here and be head over heels trying to smash now? And she's looking at me like, I don't know if he got any STDs. So she's the logical one and I'm the lustful one. By complimenting her on her Jordans, opening the conversation indirectly, it's allowing me to still see her personality. And I believe it's allowing me to see more of it faster. But the problem is guys are not indirect. And I say that to say this. It's not about just going indirect real quick and then turning it quickly into sex. It's about staying indirect for as long as possible. Because her personality is going to come out anyway. So why should I ever let her know that, I want to fuck her at all? When in reality, once again, I really don't want to fuck a chick that has STDs. So if that's my truth, which it should be every man's truth on the planet, I mean, some guys might want to do that, which is kind of bugged out. But say for sakes of the argument, every man doesn't want to do that. Women could understand that. Oh, I understand that because I don't really want that. Okay, so I understand that. So it's a lie to go up to her and say you want to fuck. That's a lie. It's either a lie or an uneducated guess, a hypothesis. Yeah, we all know through science that hypothesis ain't shit. It's like me just being like, yo, bro, I think it's gonna snow tomorrow. Well, there's no real validity to what you think. No one cares what you think. That's what a woman hears when you go direct. That you think you want to fuck with me. Cause I know I ain't shit. So you telling me you want to fuck with me, but every guy I've ever dealt with left me. So which one has more power to it? Which truth has power? So the chances of her seeing you as a fraud go up by 90% just by you being direct. Because why? Because what type of man even exposes himself like that and makes himself so vulnerable to a stranger? Anyway, if you're doing this, what do women usually say? If you're doing this to me, you're probably doing this to 100 other women. And guess what? They're right. So if they're right, let them have that. But guys want to be direct so much, they think that makes them masculine. And it doesn't. You don't lose any masculinity by not being direct. It's just popular for guys to say it nowadays. So then it's like, oh well, that must be the way. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't make a difference if you was direct or not. If you was if it just doesn't. It just doesn't. Uh what does being direct like? I want to ask y'all in the chat, what does being direct do for you that being indirect doesn't do? And don't say anything cliche. You say what you want, but like I'm just gonna like cause like I see both sides of it. Like direct makes you look a certain type, it makes you look like a real man. But that's the problem. It doesn't mean you're a real man. It makes you look like a real man. That's the issue. It's like, okay, doing 100 push-ups a day makes you look like a real man too. Anything fake can make you look like a real man. That does not decide universally how real you really are. You could go extremely indirect, and when it's time to show up, you show up. Whereas though another guy could go extremely direct and be a fraud. So I'm not saying people who go direct are frauds, but I'm just saying like I see that may not be just because it's a popular path does not mean that it's the right path. But we're gonna talk about going on a date soon. My bad, chat. We're already an hour and some change in. What kind of woman are you looking for, and what are some deal breakers? Says Malik. What do you mean? What kind of woman am I looking for? Like, I'm looking for a woman that is soft, nice. We get along. Uh, she's she doesn't have to be into everything I'm into, but there's some she can like. Again, she's like she could download what I'm talking about when I'm talking. Like she understands. Like I like a woman that's just nice, friendly, cordial. You know what I'm saying? Like most women that I'm like to give y'all a depiction. Like a lot of women that are like foreigners think this way. Like I noticed like certain African women or like certain like even Asian women sometimes. I haven't dated any Asian women, but like by my studies of being a dating coach and studying and seeing shit, I see like that like American women and certain American women we clash naturally with them, and certain other women they just want to be women. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be anything else but women. So those are the type of women I look for. And I mean, to answer your whole question, that is a deal breaker right there. Like if you're a woman and I feel like you're really not a woman, like if you're a woman, but I feel like you have an identity crisis, and I don't care if the government made you be this way. Um, just like they wouldn't care if the government made you be feminine. That's a deal breaker, right? And again, I heard another coach say this before: if I have to show up as a real man, then you have to show up as a real woman. So if there's no excuses for my biology, there's no excuses for her. Why should there be any for her? Any for her? See what I'm saying? I really believe that. Like to be a man, you really have to get up off your ass and show face that you are such. Otherwise, you'll be forgotten about. No one will care. Same thing for them. And even in that, we're leading. We're still leading because things do go to shits quite naturally if we just let it go to shits. The second we start working on ourselves and building our kingdom and shit like that, because in the Bible, I think in the Bible it says like women are a helper to a man. And I thought about that earlier today too. It's so funny. Um, it makes it all clear to me right now. Like guys are chasing a helper. Like you can't chase a helper. The helper comes along when they see that you're doing what you're doing. Like you can't really chase a helper because they're not doing anything but running from you because they're like, my job is not to lead, it's just to help. So it's like they're confused. That's another reason why going direct make you look stupid because it's like, what type of guy is going to actually show a helper that he needs a helper? Like even in the Bible, they tell you like a woman is just a helper. So it's like that signifies like when you're grinding hard, these women will just kind of like show up on the scene in a way. Like and a couple months ago that felt stupid to say, but like right now it just I can't see it no other way because I'm really seeing that it's kind of true like in real life. Like I still approach women, I still do my regular direct approach at times and I but I found like women come along when they see a man that has answers to life, like in to his life, to his own life. The more you scavenge for like answers in life, like the more women gonna pop up on the scene. And you can't beat the universe. So the women that you handpick in the when you're cold approaching will not beat the women that are like popping up on the scene. So you build a life worth living. You build a life worth living, and then a LWL, life worth living, and then you magically see that, oh well, women are attracted to men. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you're just kind of like putting yourself out there trying to do something magical that can't really be done because it's just not the right way you're doing it. I'm not saying that it can't be done because again, it's all about if your conversation. So if you're gonna do something that's not like the regular order of it, your conversation got to be platinum. But other than that, yeah, that's a natural thing that like you're working on yourself. And I'm not saying it like in the old fashioned boring way where it's like, oh, you go get a construction job or get a 9 to 5. Even though that has worked for me too. Like I don't smash chicks at my when I was having 9 to 5s and shit, but you know um those jobs were not my passion. They were not my path. They were just pit stops. So that's the problem. So yeah, deal breaker. I got a lot of deal breakers. I got like probably like 95% of my game is the deal breakers. Like it's harder. It's a harder bear to entry than it is to exit. You know what I'm saying? So any little thing I see that's like negative or low vibrational, I get like anxiety. Like damn, I'm gonna have to. I guess she not gonna be the perfect girl. You know what I'm saying? I think like that. Like I guess she not gonna have that perfect that halo effect. You don't got to be perfect, but you got to have that halo effect. You got to be moving the right way, bro. Like, I can't even explain that shit. Like, I could sit down and draw up 10 deal breakers, but You know what it's like when you see something you don't like, bro. Like women are not sitting there drawing up deal breakers. They just see you, and when they see what they don't like, they be like, whatever. They get you up out of there. Like if you really studying game enough and talking to 15 women a day, bro, it's not about the deal breakers. It's about going towards what you really want more. And then when you're doing that, you're like, oh, like I can't be dealing with this and that because that don't fit into this. Like if one woman is super respectful and she's a 7, say she's a 6, but she's super respectful and she's mad nice. She come over to your crib. She's like just super like too nice. Like she touch things on your dresser. What's this? What's that? She just like curious about everything. She's just innocent. Got an innocence to her. And then you got a chick that's coming. What's good, 100? I ain't even read your whole name, but I appreciate that, bro. I think your name said 100. But say there's another chick that come over and she's just a little sloppy. Say she's a 5, and she's like not sloppy as in fat, but like she's sloppy as in like she just don't care about shit at the same level you care about shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? She smoke weed. She just a little bit like her lifestyle a little bit more low frequency. Like this don't mean that she's the other chick the better chick. This is where guys go wrong. But you should give both of them a chance, like a fair chance. But like you still got to ask yourself, like, are they trainable? Like, that's what you got to ask yourself. But like, it's not about asking, are they trainable? It's about you training yourself to naturally be training them. Like, because like I said, that's why being direct does not merely make sense, because but once you tell them you want to sleep with them, it's over for you. Not saying it's over because you're some fucking dirtbag that they shouldn't sleep with, but it's over because you changed the neural brain, you changed their brain. Their brain is not the same brain it was when they was curious whether you wanted to sleep with them or not. And then once you said like, yeah, like I want to sleep with you, like, or let's do this or let's do that. Once you expose that truth, it changes everything. Because that's an integrity issue. Like, because it's like that shit is too big of a prize possession. Like you should be vetting her to see if she could just chill with you. But the problem is she's vetting you to see if you could just chill with her. Like she can't out integrity you. That's what I'm trying to say. Like if a woman out integrities you, then she's not gonna want to fuck with you. And that don't mean it, because when you hear that, you say, damn, so I should stop trying to fuck them. No. You should do exactly how you do, period. Because it might not be your time to do what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? Like if you take what I'm saying and try to just like plaster it on your life, you still might not get any bitches. Because how are they supposed to know that your feathers are orange when they're not orange yet? Or your feathers are this color when they're not that color yet? Or your beard is gray when it's not gray yet? You see what I'm trying to say? It's like a texture issue. Like when it comes to like attraction, it's more about texture, meaning like you're either at that point or you're not. So even if you take what someone else is saying and you say, oh, I'm gonna just take that and move like this from now on, you can do that, but don't think that mean that that women are gonna like you. Or if they like you, don't think that means you're gonna know what to do next after they tell you that they like you, because it's always a next step. But the next step only works if you're the person that's telling yourself the information. That's why I journal. Y'all don't know how much I journal, bro. Like I say it, as much as I can. But I'm so busy doing it that I forget to tell y'all I'm doing that shit. Like I wake up every day, or like whenever I get the chance, or I mean, even with money, like now I'm like, all right, I figure I was bad with finances all my life, and I'm like, well, now that I'm journaling, I could take full advantage of this shit, like because like that's really what it is. It's like yeah, as within, so without. Like it's like your energy got to be, you got to align internally. It's an integrity issue, like so. It's not about right or wrong. It's not about slaps on the wrist. It's not about sit in the corner or stay after school for detention or all of that bitch ass shit they try to teach people. It's not about punishment. Like if you lose a bitch, you shouldn't even think twice about punishment or feeling bad, or like you should journal after you lose a bitch. Like, and you should like keep the messages in your phone. Like when I mess up, like let me change that word. When I get a chick, like when I get a chick's number and we start texting and it don't lead to nothing. Like, and I started doing this way deeper last year. I would just, because I wanted to study, like, at what point do I lose the bitch? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I would, like, delete their name and just put, like, emoji in there as, like, it's like the piece of paper emoji, like the note, like a piece of paper that to signal to my mind, like, note. So I wouldn't delete their message. I'll just move on. Because I knew by doing that, I'm slowly calibrating my ability to like read like when did things go wrong, because at the end of the day she gave me her number, so obviously things weren't wrong yet. So I was trying to track where things go left, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I still didn't really like, now I'm seeing it because like I created the conversational car. I just created that like last week. And the only thing I could say after all of this time is that my life was in shambles. I had zero momentum, like in my life. Like, so like a woman got to be able to, like, again, it's a textured thing. It's a taste, an acquired taste. So she'll think you're cute, or she'll give you her number just to be, maybe get you out her face. But that don't mean she's not going to sleep with you. She might sleep with you. She's giving you to get her off. It don't matter why she gave it to you. Here's the deal. Like, when you text her, this is Will from earlier. This is Will from the mall. This is Will from Burger King. This is Will from X, Y, and Z. She's going to say, oh, hi, or some shit, but just giving you rope to hang yourself. And when you got game, she's not giving you rope to hang yourself. She thinks she giving you rope to hang yourself, but really she giving you rope to pull her in. Because basically what I'm trying to say, bro, is it's not what you're saying, is who you are. And it sounds like people talk shit when they say that, and I hate the fact that I'm saying that right now, because it's like it's really it's not who you are, but it's like you're not in frequency, like you're not in the right key. You're not in your key, bro. Like the piano, like you're not in the right key, bro. Like, because again, it's like a certain swag that they can't turn it down. It'll be biologically impossible for them to turn you down when you're actually being yourself. Like, it's impossible. But like when you're like if your life is in shambles and you try to come across like it's not, or say you don't got a car, or you don't got a house, or you don't got this going, and you know biologically real men are associated by having most of these things. It's not that it's dampening your confidence or anything like that. It's not really that it's dampening your confidence. It's slowing you down. Women could smell like motion. That's the real problem. They could smell and taste motion. So like, it's like a flare that guys give off when they don't give a fuck, and that they got other shit going on. And then, like I said, like the date that we're talking about in this video, like you would simply just set it up fast. Like, hey, yo, I'm gonna be over here on Friday. I usually go to the bowling alley on Thursdays. I mean, I usually you say to text her like your transitions will be fast. You even though you're talking to her, your transitions are like gonna come in a timely fashion. Whereas like promptly, it's gonna feel prompt on her side. Like, I just met him and he already invited me out, but the thing he invited me out to do is actually like something I would like to do. And that's what I found also for myself. Like, the places that you pick to bring women is just as close, it's just important as the clothes you pick. And I'm saying that metaphorically to say the clothes you pick are an acquired taste, meaning it fits into your like your soul tells you what to put on. And when I got dressed all my life, right, I didn't need somebody to tell me what to wear. Like, I knew what I felt like wearing. So it's the same thing with picking the places you take women on dates, because I'm picking places where I want to go. You see what I'm saying? And I believe like in taking women to the bowling alley, bro, over taking them to go eat and overtaking them to like Starbucks or coffee or all of that. Because like I think for me, again, it's an acquired taste, like type of thing. It's like I'm 30 years old, bro. Like I'll take a chick to go get some smoothies, but basically what I'm trying to say in this whole video, bro, is that things should be personalized. Like women like a man that's personalized, because she knows that a man that's personalized, that experience is something one in a lifetime. Like she's not getting that too frequent. It's not happening. Especially from a guy that's not rich or a guy that don't got a lot of money. Like she know, like I would argue women like guys that don't got that much money that got more like experience. Like take her to the bowling alley and like then take her to like 2 more places before you take her back to your crib. But like that's why I created the G0 method, because that's what that is, taking a woman to 3 places before you take her to the crib. But I'm saying that to tell y'all this is what I'm saying. I don't see any other coaches saying that. I'm not saying they're not saying that. I'm not saying they haven't said it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying they haven't said it. I'm sure other YouTube coach said take a chick to a bowling alley. I haven't heard it yet, but I know like that's not like uncommon to do. But I haven't heard like these popular dating coaches say that, right? Because they're trying to save money. But what I'm trying to say is like this is why I say a man has to seek his own soul, because I found some bowling alleys that's only $10 and $15 and shit. How much you gonna spend on 2 coffees or 2 lattes or whatever the case may be, or 2? For me, I just feel like it's too formal, right? You take a woman to go get some coffee and y'all are 30 years old and 21 years old. And she's like, I don't even drink coffee. Or she's like, I drink the pink drink from Starbucks. And it's like, bro, I don't even really like, I like Starbucks as a place to go and like charge my phone and like socialize and shit like that. But to take a woman on a date there, it just feels like it don't feel right. And I didn't even realize that last year. I realized that recently, like like it's your job with, and I always tell y'all, like I created something called Geo Game. It's your job to go out there and use Geo Game and use Google Maps and Chat GPT to find all the places around you that are, because most places have apps on your phone. You have deals, apps, you got gyms, and you could get deal every 98% of places in your neighborhood has an app or has deals that you don't even know about, and promotion codes. And I mean, it's a lot of shit out here that I've been just soaking up. Like I screenshotted some shit about Domino's earlier. I don't know if that promotion code still work, but if it do, I mean, I'm a vegan, but I'm just saying, like, say you chilling with a shorty and you're like, I'm about to order pizza, you know what I'm saying? That's a vibe, right? But let's just say using the G0 method, you take a chick to a bowling alley. And then after the bowling alley, what's the second place? You take her to Chili's or a vegan Chinese food place. I'm just saying, after you hit 3 different locations with that chick, if she don't want to sleep with you after that, I don't know, bro. She's just not interested. But if you take her to Starbucks one time, she might just feel like you're a creep, or you're not. She don't feel as like she know you enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm not gonna act like your game shouldn't be tight enough to, like I said, your game is your game. But I'm trying to give guys something that they could use even if they don't got no game. Like even if their mouthpiece ain't like, 10 out of 10, like, I mean, listen, your 3 places you take the chick gonna be different than the 3 places I take the chick. I'm taking the chick to a bowling alley because I really wouldn't mind bowling. And I really wouldn't mind. I really like space. So when I'm rolling the ball and shit like that, I'm saying to myself, damn, I ain't been here in a minute. I'm going to have fun here. And she should too. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't got to be sitting across from me or whatever the case. That don't have to be the case. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if I'm talking to her later on and she tell me, like, you can even ask her later on in the day, like, are you a coffee or a tea time? Are you a tea or a coffee type of chick, type of female? You don't gotta take her to get that off the rip. You could take her to do that some other time. But why fuck up the crush or the smash? Why fuck up, like, we gotta understand, and I think this is another issue, bro. Women are humans too. And at one point they were little girls and they wanted to go bowling and they wanted to do fun shit. If you think you're tricking, that's an insecurity problem. It's not has nothing to do with her. And I need people to realize that shit. Now, if you're spending anything, and this is my personal opinion, over $15 to over $20, those are the cutoffs. If you spend 15 or 20, cool. But if you spend anything over 15 or 20, you going into what I call tricking territory. TT. You going into TT town. TT town, man. Tricking territory town. You know what I'm saying? That's where you headed, bro. If you go over 15 to 20, like I said, I found bowling places, $10, $12. There's a bowling place that people in my city used to go to since we were young. In my city, and that shit, like, they got deals for like 5 people for like what, $12 for 5 people. Like, you just gotta find the spots. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you're gonna be stuck asking them to come to your crib, which is not a bad thing. But if you gotta do it, that's a problem. Like, I'd rather do it because I'm doing it. Like, because that's going to affect the smooth transition of how you're telling her to come over. Because when it comes to mouthpiece, everything got to feel and sound natural. So if you're telling her to come over because that's the only thing you got, she's going to feel it. You gonna be like, why he trying to rush me to come to his spot, to his crib? The whole time you're not even rushing, but I mean, technically you are. Let me catch up a little bit, man. What's good, Speed? Malik, what's the word? What's good, bro? Low quality content. Shit in the table, bro. I dare you to. Nah, man, I gotta get you out of here. You a weirdo. Why y'all so worried about dating better your life and wealth first? Well, that's basically what I said in a different way. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Phase? The ghost bot. What are you talking about, dude? Tank, figure it out. Fazy said, I'm not a girl, but I do move like a baddie. But that my boy Playboy. Oh, damn, hold on. My bad. I didn't mean to do that, Phase. Damn, I didn't mean to do that. My boy Playboy Cardi said, I'm the baddest bitch. You said some shit like that, right? Listen, man. I'm a real one, man. I don't really listen. We not moving like the baddies though. We moving like the we moving like a bad motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying? Um I did not mean to do that, bro. I gotta click on every message now just to see it. William said, but when I go on a date, it's called 50-50. She pays half the bill. I don't. That's some sucker shit. Hold on, let me finish. I don't supply her dinner or lunch or breakfast, nothing 50-50. Equal rights. That's some sucker shit. I'm gonna tell you why it's some sucker shit. It's not because it's some sucker shit alone. It's because you on here trying to flex like you doing some shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, listen, ain't no woman doing that for no guy unless she know you already. That's how I know you full of shit. See, I feel like I'm the perfect person to call people out on their bullshit because, like, bruh, like, I don't been, women been, bro, listen. I don't have women trying to buy me iPhones when I was in high school. I don't have, you know what I'm saying, enough. Let's just put it like this. I'm not saying that there aren't other guys who get women to do those things, but I'm saying if you meet a stranger woman and she's doing that, it's not that's not happening. If she does that she don't really like you, bro. If she goes 50-50 with you, she don't really like you. And I guarantee it. Because no woman gonna do that if she finds you sexually attractive. Because she not gonna even want to kill the sexual polarity like that. So you might as well just take that shit out, cause stop thinking that that's cool. That's not even cool. Alpha frame. Alpha frame. If you are more muscular than the average. Man, how y'all do this dating shit? It sounds exhausting as fuck. I up and got married on the first one, and we going strong. No bullshit. Nah, that's good for you. How does it sound exhausting, though? That's my question to you. I'm 30 years old. I shouldn't be exhausted by talking to women. It's not exhausting. It's refreshing. It's a breath of fresh air to me, bro. Um, yeah, exhausting is like a perverted word that you're using right there. I don't understand exhausted shit. See, now you moving with that assertive escalation. Selena Powell said Young Thug got D game. Oh, word. Yachty ex, Yachty Mariah's ex, maybe he her type. Oh no, that's crazy. I ain't know that. A lot of women like Lil Yachty though. I peeped that shit, bro. A lot of women are attracted to Lil Yachty. Um, how you approach them, what you say, what's up? You can say that. That's an opener. Listen, I'll tell you how I approach. Either you say an opener, either you say an approach, if you have one, or you open with a gambit or observational opener. Like I just said that openers have subsections of different types of openers. So you could, like I said, you could do anything. That's what I'm really trying to get people to wake up and see. Like, don't subjugate yourself to a stagnated. Don't be like stubborn with your approach. You don't have to say something. You don't have to like be dead in that area and just say one thing. And that's what like I'm trying to tell you right now. Like if I see a chick right now, like, or if I see a chick, so I go outside and I go to pull up at 7-Eleven and a chick walk in there, like I probably would go with my regular approach just to save time. Like, excuse me, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I usually say you caught my attention, you caught my eye, something like that. I want to get to know you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. I chop it up in that type of way. But like I said, I got two other options, which is openers, which is powerful, especially in like places, in my opinion, like a club, places like a bar, a lounge, sometimes even a grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, places where you and other people gotta be, and y'all are there, or you're just walking past them like a robot. Nah, say something about her shoes. Say something about, you know, say something about something. You look like you in a rush. You know, say something that grabs her attention. That's what I'm trying to say. It could be something as simple as you say you at like a carnival or something. Like, what brings you out here today? You know what I'm saying? It could be that. But the gambits are powerful because gambits are like, I see that as like pathways. Like, so like a gambit, say you open her with the why you out here today, what brings you out here? And she's just like, oh, my cousin and them dragged me out the house, da 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 da. Now you could go gambit. Or you follow up with a gambit, or you follow up with some type of follow up. But you follow up, I like gambits because you could basically just gambit a woman to the point where, like, I believe like 2 or 3 gambits and she gonna be hooked on you. So I'm saying, like, in pickup art, you could, at that point you could tell a small story. You could I'm trying to think. Hold on. I'm trying to think because it was something I just thought about earlier. What I'm basically trying to show y'all is just no right is a bunch of different. It's like this. Like a conversation is like this. It's not like this. But when you got game, it is gonna feel like this because you know what you about to say. So it's no like, I think when people like question and be like, oh, you know, they try to put you on the spot, like, oh, what would you say? It's like, I don't know what I would say, bro. What does she look like? What is she wearing? You know what I'm saying? Where's this? What's the scenery? You know what I'm saying? Because all of those things are power plays. All of those things are power plays. It's not one thing like where you're like, oh, I gotta say this. Like, I seen a guy approach a chick in like a downtown party type area and say something about her shoes. And that shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, his indirect approach was fire. Cause it wasn't corny. It wasn't like, oh, no, it kind of was like that. Like, oh, I like them shoes. Where'd you get? It was kind of, I think I'm saying it verbatim actually. And it was like a white girl, and she was thrown off, like, oh, and but she thrown off in a good way, like thrown off in a way where it's like, I'm attracted to him because he's not like telling me I'm hot and shit like that. So like the thing about that is you're giving her time to like you first. It's a different type of outcome when she likes you first. You're sparking the plug, but she's falling for you first. So it's not like she's blind, so she knows a nigga with some game when she see it. So it ain't like you're so indirect that you're pussyfooting or anything. It's not soft. It's actually more manly and mechanical than it would be if you were telling her how hot she was. Yes, there's something to be said about a guy that's honestly telling you you're hot to your face, but that doesn't really move her the same way when if she comes to you first. It's just like the sexual in the bedroom. She coming first. You want her to come first. But that's not normal now either nowadays. So then it does become, what would you say to her, bro? What's your approach? There is no approach, bro. It's just what do you want to say? What do you pick up from the moment, from the present moment? You could literally be living so much in the moment that you just say anything. Yeah, I thought your friend was the mean one, but no, I wouldn't even say that. Uh, I don't know, bro. It gotta be organic, bro. Like I don't been in so many situations like where words wasn't even being said that much. It was just a vibe, bro. So when you put someone on the spot and like, well, what would you say? It's like, bro, I don't know what I would say, bro. Like she just gotta feel like you're really attracted to her. Like she gotta feel like you're really attracted to her without you being like, ain't no authentic. I don't know. I don't know, bro. That's why I say like if you see her shoes, like to me that's like valid. Like if she got on some fly shoes, but if she's just compliment some without complimenting her face or mm-hmm. Another way of looking at it is just be more social to like other men first. Like prioritize like the whole if you walk into like Trader Joe's, like grocery store, like go in there and just be present, like talk to like be like a center of attention type of person. Like and I'm an introvert, but I still know how to do that shit. Uh it's no right or wrong way. It just comes out eventually. Like, okay, like say you're talking, say you cold approach the first chick you see. As soon as you walk in the store, you cold approach. Say I'll go in the Stop and Shop or Shop Right, and I cold approach the first chick I see. Then I might turn around, come back up this way, walk down where all the registers at, walk straight down that shit. I see another chick. Okay, I cold approach her. Excuse me, how you doing? You look good. Da, 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 whatever, whatever. That's two chicks. Now I'm a little bit socially calibrated, meaning like I'm fluid. I'm feeling it. I'm. It's no way to be weird when you're socially calibrated. So the whole store at that point can sense that you're more social than them right now. I don't know how they could sense it, but they sense it because you moving different. You're moving different at that point. A lot of game, in my opinion, has to do with how you feel in your skin, like how you feel, bro. Like you don't even got to say one word to a bitch. But if you're gonna say something you really want to say. Like ask yourself as a man, what do I and won't I compliment, or what would I and won't I say? Like what's corny to me and what's not corny to me. So everything you say, you're saying it with integrity. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Um, How was your day? She might say, my day was good. I did this, I did that. Like, oh, when I first met you, I wanted to ask you if you was into that, but I didn't know if you were or not. But you do seem like the type of woman that would be into that. I don't know what it is, but she's like, and again, a big part of a lot of this shit, bro, is just, do she like you? Because that's why I said, like, if she likes you, she's just gonna fill in the fucking conversation. So like the biggest question is like, at what point in conversation do you usually get stuck? That's more important than approaching her the right way. Because you could swap out the women with another woman. So it wouldn't even matter how you approach her. But it doesn't even matter how you approach her. Do you have good upkeep in conversation? Where I created something called the conversational car, but my car gotta have wings. I want my conversation to have some. My shit gotta have, it gotta go. It gotta have some altitude to some altitude. It gotta go up like a flying car. My conversation gotta be up in the. It gotta gravitate. My shit gotta gravitate. So I don't want to just have small talk for an hour. I want to have small talk for the first 3 minutes. A part of the conversational car is kino escalation. So asking yourself in your head, how am I going to touch her? What first touch am I going to use? That might not be easy because you're trying to hit a moving target. So like you're chilling, she's right here, she sit down on this stool right next to me. I gotta already know that the fucking, like, I would rather a guy put his mind on that than what do I say? Because it don't matter what you say. If she don't like you, she's not gonna fuck with you. So I'd rather you think about like, how am I going to touch her? Like at what point and when? And like what's some smooth transitions to the keynote, to the physical touch? You know, about three or four touches in, you already know that she'll let you touch her, which is way more important than like being on the right topic. There's no right topic. There's just a right person on the topic. And that's what I'm trying to say. And that shit don't really make sense, but it makes sense. So I came up with an idea called G0 / Geo Game, Geographic Leadership plus Momentum. This is something y'all could constantly run. It's not lines, tricks, or impressing, but knowing the terrain, creating movement, and letting familiarity stack naturally. I'll tell you, I'll move a chick from Snapchat to texting, from texting to linking, from linking to fucking. Like, you just want to build momentum. If at any point she feels like you're not her type, she will pull the fucking parachute and jump out of the plane. You don't even gotta ask that. Y'all already know based on like the average guy, you know that they've been doing that to y'all for years. It says you're saying if I can lead her through space, I can lead her emotionally. I believe too many guys are trying to lead, they're doing this backwards. They're trying to lead her emotionally so that she lets them lead her through space. Like I tell you, man, I was born in the 1990s, and I was raised in the I grew up in the early 2000s where we were outside, so you weren't fixated on like, how do I touch a woman emotionally? How do I stimulate her emotionally and stuff like that? Now, yes, your game will get to a point where the shit you're saying is stimulating. You're going to become funnier. You're going to become wittier. Your comebacks are going to be faster. Um, and just stuff like that. Your gambits, like I said, gambits. You could open her. Your opener could stimulate her, and then you could stimulate her throughout the whole interaction. But that's the problem. Like, if she feels like you're trying to stimulate her versus you just being diplomatic enough to do it and military enough to just do it without her feeling like you're trying. Like, I think that that's so important that people differentiate that. Like, you got to sit in your seat at the king chair as a king. You got to be still. You got to still be sitting while touching her. Second, you get up out the chair to try to touch her, she's like, what type of king get out of his chair to try to touch me? You have to be solid and still witty. So that's why I say I don't know how I would approach her, because I'm not going to do no shit that's going to make her feel like I'm doing too much. So I don't know. So it's like I'm more focused at this point in the game. I'm more focused on being than doing. Like, I know I'm going to be grounded. I know I'm going to even probably before I even approach her, think to myself, like, because I got to the point with the approaching, I'll be like again, if I walk into any place like Stop and Shop, ShopRite, I'll ask myself, like, I'll walk in, while I'm walking in, I'll see a chick and her mom or a chick and her friend. And I'll ask myself, what if I was to just walk around or go near them and then take a left and then look at the apples instead of just walking up directly up to her and approaching her? See, the average guy wants to do the other thing. I've already done the other thing. So I'm questioning the next shit. Like, what would happen if I get close enough in proximity, but then walk this way? Why would I do such a thing like that? I'm testing to see if she's actually sexually attracted to me. Because in reality, maybe I'm doing choosing signals in my own way, but I'm genuinely looking to see, like, okay, she look good to me. I already know if I just approach a bunch of women, 15 in a row, you'll get some numbers, you'll get some Instagrams, but they're going to look at it like, he really wanted that. I gave it to him, but he wanted it, so I gave it to him. Versus them being like, oh, like, this guy's kind of cute. He's in his own lane. He's not really bothering nobody. He's minding his business. And instead of me putting on to be cute or attractive, I'm actually in alignment with what is cute and attractive. I'm embodying that. And it's not fake, because I believe, and I genuinely believe, the lust is fake in the first place. So that's like a big thing, like, to look at and to really, like, I think most men got to experience that what's faking was real. Because if they're going to be stuck seeing it one way until they can see it the other two, they see two things at once. Like, I could see, like, okay, like, I'm not scared to approach women. I'm just doing this for the sake of, the gambit of it all. Like, the I'll rather take this risk right now. I don't want to just do just that. I know what just doing that is. That's telegraphing that you want her. And women don't behave well under those conditions. They like a guy that let them know that you like them, but you letting them know without, like, telegraphing it. Like, they're not like, it's not so obvious. Once it becomes so obvious, it's a turnoff. And that's even when women, when in my life, like, women will pull up to my friend's house or pull up and try to see me all the time. It's like, you making it to where I'm not having the life I had before I met you. Like, I want to feel like I'm still who I was before I met you. Right? So when you walk up and you just, oh, how you doing? She's like, who is this asshole implanting himself in my life? It feels unwelcome. It's like not welcome. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because a woman so egotistical, she'll like the way you look and everything and still ask that question up top. Like, I like him, he's cute, everything, but I don't, they have the ability to look at the the functional part of it. Whereas though as men, we can't even see that. Now, yeah, we'll look at that like, damn, this tall ass bitch just walked up to me all dominant and shit and said I'm cute and da da da. I gave her my number because she had a fat ass, but it still does count, because if she would have just minded her business and you would have seen that ass while she was ringing up her stuff, you would have been still had that curiosity in your head, like, who is that? So her frame would have been solid. But because she broke her frame and told you basically without, without words that you're that nigga, she'll never have leverage ever in life. But it's more vital that and important that us as men, we do that, because we literally, that's oxygen for us. We have to be in control. We have to be the leader. We can't be anything else. So a lot of 50% of the time, like I said, I'd rather see if she on me. Like if she ain't on me, she ain't on me. So maybe I will say something. Excuse me, what's your name? But by that time, again, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you can approach, get her attention, and then seduce without still telegraphing how attractive she is to you. But that take practice, because when you run out of shit to say, what do you resort to? I ain't gonna lie, you bad for real. Or you just say some shit that you really feel in here, which again contradicts what I just said about just, I don't know what I would say. I would say what feels right, whatever the case. I'm not saying like I'm trying to perfect my words, but it's impossible, bro. Like it's a texture to it. It's not a definite black or white. It's a texture, and it's a balance, and it's a sweet spot. So you say the things that you mix structure with like intuition. But when you get good, your intuition won't fail you, if that makes sense. Like, so like when you first start, your intuition will fail you over and over and over and over, to the point where you'll think that, damn, I should just go 100% structure. And yeah, you should for 5 months or 3 months. But once you gather more gumption and structure, your freestyle ability should be higher. So you work yourself into a position where you can just roll with the punches, and a bad bitch shouldn't get from you that, okay, he's not used to being around bad bitches. So like it should be flow. So you do everything you do to gather and gain more flow, because that's ultimately, in my opinion, what they look at. Because women are sensitive texture type of people, so they want flow. They want what feels right. If it don't feel right, it don't feel right. See what I'm saying? So in order for it to feel right, you would have had to have been there before, to be a tour guide or a leader, to show her what, to guide that feeling. You would have had to be a brainiac enough to know what feels good and what doesn't feel good, in order for you to show the adequate amount of respect for her feelings, if that makes sense. I mean, that's what it is. And again, my game might not be for everybody, because it's genuinely for me. So I can't really tell nobody what to do. But I'm just know that it's an easy way. Like, you should want to get a woman's attention first. Shout out to NLP. You could do a lot with her attention. You get her attention first. Oh, what brings you out here today? You got her attention because you're being indirect. So she really don't know what you want, and you're not coming across as creepy. So now you just bought yourself 20 minutes if you know how to talk. You see what I'm saying? You only get insecure when you put an expectation or a time limit on something. But like when you're really just talking to somebody, how can you be insecure? You know what I'm saying? Where does that come from? It comes from an expectation for her to sleep with you. But ironically, she wants to sleep with you when your expectation isn't for her to sleep with you. because you got more time to turn her on. Like, and I think that's the problem. Guys are trying to do some shit like this is Fear Factor or some shit, and they trying to run through a maze. And it's a perfect analogy of Fear Factor, in fact, because you know when you what do they do in Fear Factor? They make you eat spiders and jump over it. Like they make you do all this crazy shit that they know the average guy can do. When you talking to a woman, bro, it's so many ways that it's so much likelihood that she's gonna reject you that you're basically on Fear Factor. And so they're trained to look at the little micro nuances of, oh, he just jolted his body too fast that way, he's nervous, or oh, he just did, like, so being direct gives you very little wiggle room. It's just not, it's just I wouldn't say it's stupid, but it's stupid. I gotta grab my charger real quick. It's right here. Indirect game is actually more attractive to me. Like when I say attractive, I mean like it's attractive. It attracts me to it because it fits into my whole lifestyle. Like I have a life, and my life is all mine. And if it's all mine, at what point do I make her feel like my shit revolve around her? I would have to be being direct. But for another guy, being indirect make him feel like he giving her too much attention. But I would beg to differ because it's like an oxymoron. Like it just depends on your genuine like my genuine as a man, as a human being perspective is conversation is free. Unless you're rich. When you're rich, yeah, it costs. But if you're a human being, if you're a fucking civilian, then you could talk to anybody and anybody could talk to you. And in fact, a lot of people are going to try to talk to you and you're going to be like, why the fuck is this person trying to talk to me? But guess what? You can't do nothing because it's absolutely the thing they're supposed to be technically doing because free speech. So it ain't nobody's fault that you don't see that you're not rich and you're regular and you're supposed to be talking to people. But your own fault because you're not rich. You're not better than anybody. Now you can think you're better than other people and that your time is like some type of like the average person wants to not waste their time with women. But every day you wake up, God's giving you time. He gave you time to make something out of that time. But the question is, what are you making out of that time? Is something productive. It doesn't have to be destructive. Because in talking to women, you learn how to vet better because how could you learn how to vet? Like, okay, you can only vet a woman if you go indirect. And I'm going to tell you why. How can I see your person? How can I see who you are if I tell you you're beautiful? Or if I tell you, like, if you know I want to fuck you? That puts you in performance mode right there. And that makes you say, like a woman is going to like geek out over any type of value you give her in the first place. So as soon as you let her know you want to sleep with her, she's like, oh, he sees me as this, or, oh, I don't really want to sleep. Or whatever thought she think is on the premise of her thinking you're trying to get something. You understand? So that's kind of, I mean, I've been looking at a lot of these different ways of dating for some time now. And why would I make her think she's something she's not? Which is a coach in the program. She's not even on the roster. She's not even like at the lunch table. She's still standing up with her tray. And I'm going to sit here and I don't give a fuck how beautiful you are. Hold on, it says the first date is an interview. The purpose of the whole date is to get an idea of who she and if you really even like her. I heard pimps say that before about the date, like they want to take they use that type of terminology, like the interview and stuff like that. Unless I've been missing something all my life, and a lot of dating coaches have been saying that too, but I don't know because I wasn't watching dating coaches till I was like 24. But yeah, you could look at it as I guess an interview, but I don't like that term because it takes the fun out of it, in my opinion. But just go out. Like I said, if I'm taking a woman bowling, like, yeah, I want to have some questions or some things that in the back of my mind, even if you got to write it on a piece of paper and put it in your pocket. But like, have some fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have some fun, bro. Like, I feel like if you're having fun, me personally, I'm a positive person. So if I'm bowling, I'm having more fun than I am at the crib, obviously, right? But like, if I'm experimenting, I'm bowling, I'm trying to figure because I'm not big on bowling. So if I'm bowling, I'm having a little fun. You know, I'm just trying to see like how do we get along? Period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure I got some questions and interview questions, but like I'm just trying to see how we get along, bro. Like, and again, I don't think it's like rocket science, you know what I'm saying? Like, but bro, like you just gotta take more women out on more dates. Like that's my whole philosophy in this area. You just gotta do it more. Like approaching women, right? It was one point where I would approach a lot of women, but I wouldn't get as many closes or I wouldn't get as many to the to text back or this or that. Now, but I mean, like I've been through like RPDMX, I've been through different phases like mazes to find my way. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't been like really a select nigga to like a lot of girls before. I don't been chosen a lot, but I also went through phases where I was like, because I was approaching first, I was like kind of like being seen as like, oh, he's coming after me. So long story short, um, when a woman likes you, bro, you don't really got to do too much. Now, are you vetting her to see if she likes you, or are you vetting her to see if she's like on the date? Are you interviewing her to see if she likes you, or are you interviewing her to see if like what are you specifically what are you specifically trying to find out? You know what I'm saying? Because anything on a date you could find out, like you could find out without even vet. Like, I think a lot of people just be saying shit online. Cause like, bro, if you take a woman to go bowling, you still just met her. So what is it that she has to show you? Oh, hold this door for me. Oh, do this, grab this drink. Like those things, I would say those things fit into the GL Dub program, you know what I'm saying? But like little things like that, like, but I mean, you can't really know everything. Like, uh, I would rather just have a good time and just don't forget to ask a couple, like you said, a couple questions, like, um, but don't become the questionnaire god. Like, don't become the questionnaire god. Like, personally, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't try to become the questionnaire god. Like, I feel like that's like the worst thing you could do. So I don't know. You got to find balance, man. Like, I'm not trying to question her to death, bro. Like, and because I just feel like a lot of guys come from a very fucked up position. Like think about it, bro. You approach a chick in Stop and Shop. She's a 6, and you take her out to bowling, and she's with you bowling, and you're asking her these questions, and like, why? Like, have some fun, chill with her, enjoy her energy, her company, drop her fucking ass at the crib. If that's what you want to do. But like I'm just saying, if y'all are kissing on the date, which I mean, I would tell guys yes, do that. But if y'all are kissing and shit, well, I wouldn't even say kiss. I would say like set her up for the kiss. even calibrate the kiss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Calibrate the kiss. Don't just lunge. Now, a lot of guys do say lunge. But like if she's on a date with you, 9 times out of 10, she'll kiss you. But I'm just saying, like, guys gotta just see this shit through, bro. Like, cause again, a lot of shit just be guys just be questioning themselves. Like, and every time you question yourself, it's because you haven't been there enough to know that it's going to work, or to know that if you lunge and it don't work, that she's still not gonna go nowhere. I mean, like, what is the interview questions for, bro? Like, what type of questions is the interview questions? Like, cause like, what are you asking her? She's not gonna tell you anything that you need to know. My grandfather was a top tier lyncher in Jim Crow. What's good, Kobe Horn? How you feeling, bro? Explain in Fortnite terms, please. Sausage lips, pepperoni lips, burnt lips, gay lips, chopstick lips. All of that was whack. I tried to give you some type of leeway, but it was just so whack. What the fuck? All that for a first date? Y'all tripping? Yeah, man, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I mean, just go out with her, bro, and just chill with her, talk to her. Like, I think more so because, like, you could turn. I mean, you just gotta chill with this shit. A lot of coaches are going to give y'all like very strict rules, like very minimalist type, like spend this amount of money, do this, and that's good because like I'm a minimalist myself. It allows me to save money and save energy. But like, if you go to 3 different locations, all these places are light, whatever. You go to 3 different locations, like one of the tests that you should do on a date is touch. But again, bro, it's different. It's a couple different things, bro, and it should come to y'all naturally. I'm gonna do a lot more videos on this type of stuff, and it's gonna come to y'all easier when y'all see like the way I demonstrate these videos. I'm gonna do demonstrations. I'm gonna even bring females in the camera and shit, like just different shit, bro. Like this year gonna be lit, bro. Like, but if you want to do like low investment stuff, that works when a woman already likes you. It works when the logistics are tight, like, you know what I'm saying? You're already grounded and calm, which I tell guys be that all the time. And you're not overcompensating. Whenever you try to be scarce with resources around a woman, it is that model assumes attraction is already present. So you'll never know if a woman really likes you, fellas. And I think guys look for the like certainty in dating, and like, there's no such thing as certainty. But like you'll never know, because a chick will kiss you, sleep with you. It's no, like, women are just as nasty as guys. So it's like you have to ask yourself, what type of questions bother me or don't, and ask those questions. Like, what answers, what don't I want in life? Okay, well, find a very smooth way to get those answers out. Period. But my G0 model that I've created addresses different problems. And in this, it's addressing drop-off points. Number one, not every woman gives her number. Not every woman takes back. Not every woman shows up. Not every woman warms up. Not every woman follows. And number 6, not every woman escalates. Most guys lose between stages 3 and 5. My solution is stack familiarity and comfort through movement, right? And that's what I was telling you earlier about texting or whatever. I mean, different avenues of talking to women wouldn't matter. If you don't show signs of leadership, it's not going to matter. I believe in stacking familiarity and comfort through movement. Other than that, you're just a stranger walking up to her, asking her for a number or giving her a piece of paper with a number on it. It's not until she's following you. Like, one thing I highly agree with Steve Dedeen is set up the date by the 3rd text. But like, I don't do it the way I used to do it no more. Like, I do it in a way where it's like I'm implying it instead of deliberately outright telling her, like, meet me here at this time, da da da. I'm implying it, like, hey, you know, like I said, I'm gonna be here this day, whatever. Conversational. It's very conversational. Very inclusive. Like, I'm gonna be here, you know, feel free to pull up, whatever. I like to see you, whatever. You know, keeping it smooth. But I'm guiding her. You understand what I'm saying? Guiding. Why multiple locations actually work when done right? Psychologically, movement does 5 things. Number 1, it creates shared memories faster. This is something I think Mystery always talks about, Mystery PUA, but like, I'm not getting it for him, but like, I do feel like that for real. And again, even if she's like, okay, I'm spending enough time with him and I don't like him, like, as a man, I feel more comfortable getting more of her time to see if I like her, while she gets more of my time to see if she likes me. Instead of we go to one place and I still hardly feel like I know her, and she hardly still feels like she knows me. And at that point, she might sleep with you, but it feels still like, I don't know, it feels a little like a rushed decision on her end, in my opinion. I love turtles. When I threaten to call the police on her, she doesn't pay. What's the topic? What's good, Mexi honey? Dating, lifestyle design, going on a date, taking a woman to some places, man. Number 2, what does multiple locations do? It shortens perceived time. First of all, the way my brain works, bro, like, I like when I'm doing things in time, feel like it's flying by. So that's another reason it'll keep you out here going on more dates. Cause like, I hate when I'm somewhere and it feel like shit is moving super slow. Like I'm in a fucking doctor's office or some shit. Like, that's why I didn't like the word interview. Like, I'm not trying to interview this bitch. I'm trying to actually fuck this bitch. But like, I can't smash her if I'm bored. Just like she can't smash me if she's bored. Like we have to, it has to have some swag. I have, it has to feel like a vibe, bro. If it don't feel like a vibe, I'm bored. And if I'm bored, like, and that's the problem. A lot of guys, women think this way about us, but we don't look at them like that. But I look at this like this now, because you could be bad and boring. Why would I want to be around you if you bad and boring? Now I will smash you because, you know, I'm a guy and we are horny bastards, but Why would I mean, I probably wouldn't even do that at that point. Like, there's a lot of bad chicks from high school that I never smashed, and I don't care. Right? Who cares? You know, you don't miss what you don't never had before. It makes sense if this guy wasn't in jail. Yes, less is more. Don't get jealous, or even if you care, act like you don't give a fluff. Remember, we're animals, understand men and women are different. If you only knew what you know, then you would freaking know. If you want to know how to really run game on D304, listen to Fresh and Fit. Alexis says this. I listen to Fresh and Fit. I gotta watch the Andrew Tate joint. I don't listen to them every day. I'm not like a fan, but they got like a big platform. Like, they bring a lot of chicks up there. I watch a lot of other stuff than that, but when I'm bored, I find time to do that for sure. Yo, bruh, if you could see to be what you can know for thee. My answer is on the first date. Just be sure you have money in case she leaves you with debt. Get insurance in case the woman leaves you. I got a series of questions I ask on first dates, and the answers decide whether or not we go out again. Bro, I'm explaining to y'all why y'all should go on one date and hit up one or two more places. Look, go to a main strip, find a place like a bowling alley or some shit. Go bowling. Or find the cheapest, funnest thing that you want to do as a man personally. Go do it. Say, if the bitch is boring, at least I'm bowling. That's my psychology. If the bitch is boring, well, damn it, I'm bowling. And so I'm not rushing, oh, this 15 minutes is up and all I got is a fucking coffee to drink and shit like that. Boring, right? So let's have a vibe, let's have some fun. But after we bowl for 30 minutes or whatever the case may be, you know how she gonna feel in that type of environment? Like, damn, this nigga GL Dub got me out here having fun, tripping over my shoes, bowling, whatever. It's a vibe, right? After that, go to, like, on the way back down the strip to your spot, hit up another place or another place, but not like a restaurant place. I mean, how can I explain it? Create combinations of three places, if that makes sense. Like name it after you. Like, for me, it'd be GL Dub combo number 1, GL Dub combo number 2, GL Dub combo number 3. And so you taking her through there. You feel what I'm saying? You're taking her through those experiences. And I was reading to y'all the psychology of that. Because again, man, like you said, bro, like, you could ask her a series of questions if you want, but you gonna be so whack asking her all them questions that she gonna be like, man, what the fuck? I don't even want to fuck you no more. So it's like, I respect the fact that you standing on what you're saying. You're standing on your like, you have structure more than somebody who's like a little kid, but it's just like, you gotta have structure, and you still gotta have fun, bro. You still gotta have fun, bro. Yeah. You ever been? I have. Please help. Women will help themselves to your wallet. Advice for breakups. My girlfriend of 3 years told me she want a break, but then ghosted me and started talking to somebody. Now you see why she cheated on this goofy. Lace this up on game, brother. Listen, number 2, it shortens perceived time. Number 3, it builds we energy. When you're on a fucking Starbucks coffee date, it's me versus her. Like you said, I'm gonna ask her 1,001 questions and shit like that. With your big ass mustache and shit, going like this, twisting your mustache up. Listen, man, I'm on the date, man. I'm having fun. You know, the bit gonna remember GL Dub. And she know I don't care. See, you gonna be too serious. She gonna know I don't care. That's where I'm gonna screw your whole shit up at. She gonna be like, yo, I'm over here with this guy. This guy's all serious and shit. Like some fucking detective and shit. Whole time, GL Dub took me bowling. They took me back to the crib and pounded me out. So number 3, builds we energy. Number 4, signals leadership without words. Number 5, filters compliance naturally. That's why I feel like you got to be authentic. Like, where do I want to go? If it's Top Golf, go to Top Golf, but I ain't spending no Top Golf money. That's why I say, like, find something cheap and affordable, but fun at the same time. Okay, I see where you going, bro. Buffy said, hey, what's good? Much love from Minnesota. Shout out to Minnesota. You take women to 99-cent pizza spot? I would. Are you crazy? I do that shit faster than a motherfucker, especially if I got the whip. I don't got a whip right now though. But if I had a whip right now, bro, like I drive sometime, but I don't got my own whip right now. But if you think I won't take a chick to get a slice of pizza, you crazy. We're picking up what you're putting down. You better pick up this game, man. This shit right here gonna save your life. For the people in the back, the classroom chewing gum and not paying attention. Giving your honest opinion on live play Peter Parker won't work for me. I'm too competitive. Gotta be a team effort. Women naturally like hyper males, more testosterone, more trouble. Yes and no, but I'd agree with you. Testosterone doesn't mean. I mean, testosterone could come across as hyper. It could come across as hyper, but I mean, it's a catch-22 with that. So yeah, you're right, but it's not like you could have testosterone and not know what the fuck you doing, or vice versa. It's not like, I agree with you in the fact that it's not like you could know what you're doing and not have testosterone. Like if your T levels are low, that could fuck with your game. So, but you know, if you got game, you could surpass a lot of shit. You 100% on that. Coupons are everywhere. I'm 100%, right? Yeah, man. I'm telling you, coupons, bro. Get on them coupons, bro. Download some apps on your phone. Go on YouTube. There's guys, there's YouTube channels that their whole channel is dedicated to helping people get deals. So y'all don't never have to worry, oh, where do I take her? Where do I bring her? But it says a woman follows you from bowling to casual food to the store and then for a walk. Isn't being bought. She's choosing to stay in your frame repeatedly. Y'all don't understand the power of that shit. So while y'all are thinking like, damn, bro, you doing all this, bro, you giving her all this non-sexual attention, all this bro, it's being overlooked that she's choosing to stay, because if she wasn't like, y'all don't peep the game in that, like, that the more time she spends with you, the more it shows that she's attracted to you. Darlene said, just wanted to say how handsome you are. I appreciate that. He said, McDonald's app 1 to 5 years, save 75% of your bread. Don't sleep on the first date. Shout out to Darlene Harris. How you doing? Have to get to know the person first. Speaking fast or listening slow. I like a respectable man. Real talk. But so the real filter is that she's staying in your frame repeatedly. Like, all you gotta do is look out for that when you go on a date. Mr. Grell said, I'm 23, pull up in a Hellcat, act quirky, aka myself as Dubs, like a cheat code. Yeah, man, money do help guys a lot. Money do help a lot of guys. A guy to me has to have a sense of humor. Yeah, I tell guys in the conversational car, that's a course that I made. I'm gonna just call it the conversational course, the conversational car course. When as soon as you start talking to a woman, you want to lead with 60% humor. And humor isn't always like being a clown. It could just be you being a little bit like upbeat, a little bit. Just being a little bit upbeat. Having this like take it or leave it attitude, having this sporty attitude, like, I'm trying to get you, like, what you gonna do about it? You know, you're my type, but I don't know if I want to. Push pull a little bit with it, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have that thing about you, man. I don't like a cocky guy. Acknowledged and addressed. 360. Who cares? What's good, Star Muncher? Mr. Mouse. Ladies, make sure your kids are fed and have a babysitter. Your hat is on backwards. No, it's not. Shout out to Ethiopia, bro. It was good, Elijah. Bro, do you ever drink 500 beers a day? Let's gamble, bro. Shout out to New Hampshire. I went to school in New Hampshire. For I know the plans I have for you. Oh, that's Mr. Toxic. They test to see if you can handle a bad bitch. I'm trying to pursue my homegirl, but we've been friends for a minute. How do I go about that? Niggas are getting old. What if I want to settle? I don't know, man. I found a different approach to that. Like, I tell you how to create hobbies, activities, and events. So say one of your events is going to a bar. Say you go to bars. So you have a female friend. So you're already ahead of like 80% of guys in terms of indirect game. So you go out with her and you tell her to be, you tell her, like, when you see a chick that you think is pretty, you tell her, like, hey, like, you tap her on her arm and point to her. And she's gonna be like, what? You do it again, point to her. You tell her, you train her to seek other women for you. And that's how you would do that. So eventually she'll be like, oh, well, you know, because again, she's still a woman. She's just your friend. But if you turn around randomly and be like, hey, I want to put my dick in your, nah, it's not gonna really it's not gonna work. Even if it do work, it's not gonna work at that moment. So she's gonna have to go home, think about it again, think about it again. And if she tell you no, you're gonna be like, damn, I don't even know if I feel like if I really want to be friends again, or whatever the case may be. Or she might feel like that. So I think it's a catch-22 unless you do it the way I'm saying. But I mean, there's many different coaches going to tell you many different routes, but I'm giving you a route where you can have your cake and eat it too. You might even get a threesome out that shit. What's good, Trini? What's good, Daniel? When will you go out and pick girls in real life? Stream it. Well, I told y'all, man, my internet, I had to keep on internet all last year because this is actually a new phone I bought last year, a very cheap phone I bought, but it's it had service at first. I forgot where I got money from. Oh yeah, I got a side hustle, so I bought this phone because I needed a new phone, and then basically I couldn't pay the bill. I couldn't keep the bill up, so I got Wi-Fi at the crib. I got Wi-Fi at Starbucks, McDonald's, the public Wi-Fi. But um, just know right now, I should be able to pay my cell phone bill. Put long story short. So, you're gonna get some videos real soon. And I don't know about streaming in real life, like going live in real life doing it, but you're gonna be able to, y'all gonna get good content, y'all gonna get better content. So that's all you gotta really worry about, man. For now, just support the GL dub and we're gonna make it happen. Did you know that Andrew Tate quit his diet and went to McDonald's for the first time? He said, Jamal said, you gotta have chemistry. Shadow said, the Lime Beanie low-key goes hard. I appreciate you, bro. We got somebody who ain't a hater in the chat. Yeah, I'm talking with this Tristan or Christian, actually, and seems like they kind of are falling off hard right now. What you mean they falling off? Showing appreciation the simple way, like, comment, subscribe, respect. Anyone who goes live knows what it costs. I'm live right now as well, so this is resonated. Appreciate you. How to spell Mark? What's good, man? Roof. Katrina, what's good? Why you retract your message, Katrina? Why the condom hat? Cause I'm gonna fuck your bitch in this shit. The key difference, this is important, right? My method works, but it's not for guys that try hard. What's good, John? The wrong way with this, the what is it called? G0 method. Over planning, nervous explanations. Where do you want to go? Needing approval, spending to compensate. That's gonna fuck up everything I'm telling y'all in this video. The right way, the G0 way, is the strip, right? Everybody has one main strip around them. They know the strip. You move casually. You don't announce plans. You adapt on the fly. So like after y'all leave bowling, You don't really announce plans. You just kind of move with the day. Like, oh, I'm about to go here. I'm about to slide. I'm about to do, and she just follow you, bro. Budget stays controlled, meaning like you know when you leave the crib how much you're willing to spend for a date, for a day with her. You have a budget. You're not saying, look what I'm doing for you. You're saying this is just how I move. That's real game. That's leadership. G0 as a simple system so it doesn't get messy. Rule number one strip equals 3 to 5 mental anchors. Not extract venues, just types. I mean, not exact venues, but just types. So an example would be you find the main strip where you live by, and the activity might be bowling, walk, or arcade. Then you might go for some casual food, like a little taco spot. You can get some vegan tacos. So say you spend $10 at the bowling spot or $12. Then you might get some tacos for $8 or a slice, like my boy said. Then you might stop. Say for instance, you want to go grocery shop and you like, wait, hold on, right now I want to spend a little quick 50 and get some groceries for me though. But guess what, baby? Listen, we're going to go back to the spot and we're going to cook something later. And then the optional closer spot. You may go for a little walk. You may grab some dessert, or you may just hit the crib. That's rule number one, right? That's the example. It's called the one strip equals 3 to 5 mental anchors. Rule number two, spend time, not money. My $10 bowling idea is actually perfect. Why? Because it's low pressure, it's short, it's movement based, and it's easy exit or continuation. Money doesn't create attraction, direction does. Rule number 3, let her opt in at each step. This is why my thesis isn't manipulative. Every location is a micro yes. Let's step out. Come with me. One more stop. If she drops off, she wasn't ready anyways. Here's where coaches often miscommunicate. When coaches say, don't do too much for one woman, they're warning against pedestal behavior, buying affection, and chasing validation. They're not saying don't lead, don't create experience, don't move. My model avoids those traps if your frame is solid. The real reason G0 works. Guys lose women because they're not being themselves. G0 forces you to move naturally, be present, stay grounded, stop performing, stop freezing. It turns dating from am I enough into let's see if you can keep up. That's the polarity shift. Final truth, no fluff. My method doesn't guarantee sex. What it guarantees is clarity, momentum, less stagnation, faster sorting, stronger masculine frame. More women will drop, but the ones who stay will stay harder. That's the trade. I deserve a applaud.
like I said, man, you don't need to go on 3 dates. You need to go on one get together that lasts a couple hours or an hour or two. Bro, think about it like this. She's with me for the day. She's mine for the day. Uh what like I said, that's smoother than all that other shit of like, meet up with her one time for 15 minutes and just, put her through a list of things and whatever the case may be. Here's the thing. You could vet her anyway. You could vet her anytime. Her character is always leaking. There's never a time it's not. Drop the like and some encouragement. Creating live is an easy way. It's honest. I'm on stream myself right now and want to acknowledge the effort here. Appreciate you, man. Listen, chat. I think we're pretty much done. Let me check it out real quick, man, because I got somewhere I gotta be in the morning, so I'm technically tripping like a motherfucker. Um, Place right here. Bowling is $15. All you gotta know is the time and the day, and tell her, shoot her a message. I typically go here on this day. You know what I'm saying? And bowling is like a place where you can even invite like a potential friend, like a homie, like a potential homie. It's like a homegirl homie type environment. So like you could, even if a chick didn't pull up, you could just like you could invite like a homie, like yo, pull up, bro. I'm at this bowling joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like it's the best. It's the best thing. It's the best place in my opinion. Um, but yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for stopping in here. Also, the gym, right, is a place. We've been talking about the gym a lot lately. The gym is a wonderful place. So I'm saying, uh, and shit like that. And yeah, just make sure your conversation. This is my last piece of advice. Just make sure your conversation on the date is solid. Doesn't have to be some fucking big performative ritual or anything like that. But just make sure your shit's solid, man. And the best way to make sure your shit's solid is to stay in practice and purchase the conversational card product. Alice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit'll get y'all together. It'll give you a roadmap on like, and I'll even give y'all a free coaching session, because it's like y'all might one time need to hear like me express to y'all how to look at it, but when you look at it, bro, it's gonna be all right there, bro. Like, so your conversation is literally what gets her in the mood. You could be on a bowling alley place and just be saying the right shit, bro. And that shit right there make her want to go in the bowling alley bathroom with you. I'm saying, like, bro, it ain't guys gotta stop this shit, bro. I'm saying self-doubt is a motherfucker. But I'm telling you, your conversation, man, is what's gonna get y'all all the way. So yeah, man, I'm about to end this video. Nobody's commenting anymore. It's 6 people in here, but nobody's commenting. I think it's perfect timing, actually, because a man got to be a man. And a man got to do what a man got to do. See what I'm saying? So anybody in here, drop a 1 if you still in here before I go. We're going to come right back tomorrow with some more Some more gibbity game, man. Some more gibbity goo. Some more gibbity goo. Some goo game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all though, man. 30 likes ain't bad. Let's do it, man. Shout out to Fazy. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody who stopped in here, bro. Shout out to the 2 people that gifted. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Lifestyle dating coach GL Dub. I got all the points across we needed, man. That's we good, man. I'm gonna see y'all, bro. Much love, man. Much love. One love, man. One love.